Africa International. Rick! Larry fucking beats, nigga. Larry fucking beats, nigga. Larry fucking beats, nigga. Larry fucking beats, nigga.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome. So very happy to have you here for my very own RedEyes $400 Dead in September Finals. We've got 5 rounds of action, mayhem, and strategy to be getting in with you today. But before we get too much into that, for those of you who aren't quite acquainted as to who I am RedEyes, your ever-lovable and adorably cuddly caster, bringing you that daily dosage of butt-kickery, tomfoolery, and all-around shenaniganism. And I am not alone here today. I am joined by my fellow co-caster, Misfire Pickford. Go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything else in between. Sit back. You're going to see some high-speed PUBG Mobile tonight.
That's right. We do have a stack lobby for you today, boys and girls. We got 19 Esports, Nova Esports, Boring Protocol, the Knights, Lazarus, Mezexis, the Panthers, Pro Era, Aphelion, Core Esports, Notorious, Excuse, T-Mobile Gaming, 4Piece, Zero Patient, Team Supreme, Strangers BD, Xerox, Fire Gods, and Genocide. So I'm expecting nothing but action right off the bat. And we will be kicking off the night the same way we'll be ending it, which is going to be with an Erangel match. What exactly needs to be said about Erangel? Well, it's basically like the off-bred love child of Sandhawk and Miramar because it is the perfect middle ground between those two extremes, which does leave it fairly reliant upon the flight path to determine what sort of early game we actually end up getting. So with that being said, we see that we're working with a dead-on central flight path. This is absolutely ideal for the participants. It leaves nothing but opportunities for them. So that means we might have a bit of a slower start to the beginning just because they have so many options. But you know what I always say, Pickford, is a more passive early game always directly translates to a more action-packed and climactic mid or end game. So it's worth the trade if you ask me. But you know what? As I say that, I see a lot of teams dropping together.
Yes.
I see South George looking like it could be contested between Zero Patient and 19 Esports. North George between members of Pro Era and Boring Protocol. Two Tier 1 teams. Yep, Zero Patient is going and landing right on top of 19 Esports as well. We also have members of TMG, T-Mobile Gaming, looking like they might be heading Yasnaya with the Knights. That'll be interesting to see how that pans out. To start things off, I will tune in to Boring Protocol versus Pro Era. We'll get eyes on Fame Boys to start things off with. He is just desperately trying to get looted up here. And you guys also might notice that my casting might be a few seconds ahead of what you see. I will try my best to focus on the screen that it's on my computer rather than the iPad itself. I'm trying a different method of streaming out today so we don't get those sound bugs and all that bad stuff happening. Alright, we got Fanboys just looting up. He's got a little bit of space here. Zero Patient currently pinched in between Xerox and 19 Esports, as we can see. And just in case those of you who aren't quite sure as to what I'm talking about, I am referring to these teams here. 19 Esports, Zero Patient, and not to mention Team Supreme coming up behind them, as well as Xerox on the side. It's bound to be a fight here soon. Looks like Team 15, T-Mobile Gaming, has already lost a member. Yep, they're squaring off as we speak against the Knights. And it's not faring off too well for them, it seems. Yeah, we got CRT X4 here. Someone playing from Cruelty. X4 is just about to get pushed up on by members of the Knights. Thanks for the follow, Haas. Much appreciated.
And this is what go see. This is what you see the Knights premier American team. What do they do? They get looted up and they start hunting down the people they know that are in this lobby one after one. They already got one member of this team, and now they've hunted down one other. And now they're going to get together. Although Chico did take a little bit of damage as his Xenix did, they're going to healed up. And they're going to go after the other two guys and hunt them down. That's what you're going to see difference between these high-end pros versus the guys that are maybe a little bit lower on the tiers, is that these tier 1 teams, they get looted up, they get on the same page, and they push as a group over and over again, going against these teams that are spread out.
Yeah, so Pickford, for those of you guys who aren't quite aware, Pickford is my co-caster for the Trovo Invitational, and we have been watching the Knights be absolutely one of the forefront aggressors of the tournament, so tons of action going on with that.
And one thing for the viewers out there, one thing to cue in on is when you see these tier 1 teams, watch how they use their utilities versus the other teams. How they use their grenades, their smokes, and their mollies. Almost as important to them as their ARs and their snipers. They use them so efficiently, so effectively. That's a huge difference that you kind of see in the lower level scrims.
And we got Zero Patient facing off as we speak here against Xerox. They are going at it here with Midnight biding his time. He's got himself a scar up, but he's going to use this opportunity to pick up a molly. And here comes Zero Patient pushing right at him. And look, Moggs with a quick knock. Oh, man! And then he's taken down. Everything up to Midnight and Midnight alone. And that is a quick wipe by Zero. Nicely done, boys. Nicely done. All right. Well, Team Supreme seems to be having at it as well. I remember saying that this could be a slow start to a match. Shows you what I know. We got 19 Esports versus Team Xerox happening right now. Let's get eyes on 19E. The full starter squad of Carnage, Acer, Sam, and Leon are here, and they are here to win it. So y'all better be on the watch out. 19 Esports is an absolute dominator in the Tier 1 circuit. And, oh, Pika, Carnage. Sam, pretty low on health as well. Going after Pika, trying to get him down. He's got him fairly low. Pika's got the cover, and he gets Sam. He's taking out 2 Tier 1 players. And he thirsts Sam. Acer's hurt. Leaves it all up to Acer and Leon. 19 Esports, one of the forefront starter teams. What just happened to Acer? He just got naded out. That leaves it up to Cyber and Charles and Packy. Packy really needs to heal as well. Oh man, they just wiped 19 Esports.
Wow. You know what? If I'm on Supreme, I'm leaving the game. I'm unloading it, and I'm just gonna retire right there. You've already you've squad wiped 19 Esports. That's the best it's gonna get. Let's just go from there, and let's just retire because you're gonna retire at the top of your game. Yeah. Excellent job by Supreme.
We got
congratulations to those guys. I mean, this isn't just a Tier 1 team. This is a top Tier 1 team in America in 19 Esports.
You're absolutely right about that. And I also see Mezexis about to face off with members of Strangers BD here. That is Team 8 and 19. Oh, Boring Protocol going after Pro Era. Finally, I want to get eyes on that. Yep, they are facing off. Kaisk is a little hurt, but trying to heal up as they drive away. And, oh, Fameboys is taken down! And Kaisk's and then return the favor really quickly. Boring Protocol just dominating their situation there as a two-person team. Gonna be able to probably get the revive on Fameboys too. Valak very likely gonna get the thirst on Fishy there. Yo, Great Dane, thank you for the 600 bits, bro. Much appreciated. We got Gavin here wanting to tune into 4-Piece. 4-Piece is, of course, Team 16. Let's see what they're around. Well, I'm glad you actually brought up 4-Piece, because they are relatively close to the boys and girls in Genocide. Genocide already one member down is up to Bird, Snowy, and Cheeks as Scarface is eliminated. So we got eyes on Snowy here. And it looks like they have a little bit of space. I also see the spread that Nova has taken, and that could be problematic as Lazarus is occupying the Rosshawk area.
Yes, especially Nova. Whenever you see those two of those tier 1 teams close to each other, you know you know that they can kick it off in a moment's notice. You have Knights also driving through Isnaya over the Isnaya Bridge over towards where Nova is also.
You're absolutely right. Holy crap, we have a lot of guest viewers. Guys, if you are watching from a guest account, please understand that does absolutely nothing to help out my overall viewer hours, which is one of the big reasons that we do this. If you could take the 30 seconds aside required to create a Trovo account, it would make all the world of difference to me. If not, if you can't do it, it is what it is. Alright, Boring Protocol, pretty close by the last remaining member of Pro Era, which is Lolo. Lolo just trying to ironically lay Lolo, so he is not spotted, because he needs to get some placement points here for his team.
You know, it does look like 4-Piece is trying to push a little bit onto Notorious.
Trex, thank you so much for the sub, brother. Very much appreciated. We got Quad saying Core Esports for the win. Core is, of course, Team 12. Let's get eyes on them just to make sure that they're not engaging in anything. Actually, Core is pretty close to Boring Protocol. But they are probably going to be fine working their way in. They're rotating their way into zone. Leaving me to wonder where the first altercation is, or the next altercation is going to come from. It could be between members of Aphelion and T-Mobile Gaming up north, but they're establishing a little bit more space as we speak. Lots of teams trying to get an early rotation towards the center of zone.
And I think at this point, RedEyes, we have to point out that these teams will have to make a decision that we've seen in the past on Erangel. Are you going north or south of the Rozhok River?
Yeah.
Because as we've seen before, you're going to have to rotate down or above it if the circle switches. So teams will have to make a decision. Where am I going to go? Where do I think the zone's going to go? And therefore, so I have to move the least amount as possible.
And not only that, but the area above that river is not very compound friendly. It doesn't have a lot of compound protection to take. So if it does end up being a zone that here, just so you guys can get an idea, if it does end up being a zone that is a little bit northern oriented, it could be very problematic for the participants, really limiting their options on where to hide. All right. Oh, and four-piece Flash God is taken out by Excuse Rosh. And Boring Protocol and the other remaining members of four-piece could be about to square off potentially. Actually, no. Four-piece is finding themselves sandwiched in between Boring Protocol and Genocide. Wait, Jamaican dumb bro. I have that. Thank you for tuning in, Spade. I'm happy Jamaica is in the house. Alright. Well, T-Mobile Gaming awfully close to members of Aphelion, and that could be very problematic. Team Aphelion has competed in a lot of Tier 1 level events and has been considered often as a Tier 1 team, if not always. So, the fact that they are... that T-Mobile Gaming is a two-person team, it could be very problematic. And four-piece is being taken out here as we speak. Back to T-Mobile Gaming for just a moment. We see Hyper here with the 4X on the AK. It's a bold move, Cotton. Getting eyes on Deshaun, who's rocking himself the M4 UMP combo. Very lucky to have it, especially at this stage in the game. However, we are working with double boosted loot, so.
Ooh.
Yup.
This is a fancy map.
We got somebody here rooting for the Knights. That's not very surprising. Well, the Knights are a little bit spread out here. We got Coops and Xenox occupying the top portion. Chico and Menace occupying the area below Rozhok River. Yet neither split has an immediate threat on them, so I'm not going to stay tuned into that until we get some action on that.
I think they're just they want to control not only that northern, but they also want to control the bridge. So no matter where the zone goes, they have control of that bridge, and they can control people coming over either whether they go north or they go south.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Oh, but you know who is facing off is Supreme and the Panthers. I'm going to get eyes on the Panthers here. If they're not facing off, they're very likely going to shortly. They're just across the road from one another. The Panthers occupying Watertown and Supreme just occupying that little compound next to it. And Cyber is just wrecked in the face by Moso with the 4X on the M4.
But the Panthers are not taking this time to push in on them. They are pretty spread out. Frady way over, but to the left of the team. But the rest of the team is holding the Watertown. Supreme probably pretty confident after already wiping out one Tier 1 squad. Maybe they want to go 2 for 2 and take out Panthers also.
Well, that's a risky little bit of confidence right there. You don't want to get overly cocky by any means.
No.
These Tier 1 teams have been not just playing every day, but playing against the best teams in North America every single day for the past 15 days for the most part now. So it is definitely something to keep an eye on.
They are very polished. They know exactly what they're doing. They're working the other. Oh, here comes. Who is this? This is a Fire Gods, I think, pushing into Watertown behind the Panthers.
Yep, they sure are. Illusion trying to get eyes on him, but who is it? They gotta remember, it's Flush who's right up next to him.
And I love this move by Frady, immediately moving from his one overview spot to another overview spot, knowing that the issue with Fire Gods is a bigger issue. And now once he's noticed that they have it under control, he's going to move back to his original spot to keep an eye on Supreme. So excellent movement by Frady in that Overwatch spot. Not being static, but really being engaged and knowing exactly where he has to be, even though he has distance. As Illusion moves into that Overwatch spot to his left. We got a lot of teams also in the red zone, and I always love it when the red zone takes out a player in a scrim. It's one of my favorite things to see.
Guys, I'm getting some interesting word about from my staff right now. All right. Well, give me a sec. So, guys, apparently 2 people wanted to sneak into my spectator list.
Really?
Yes. Let me go ahead and call them out. GE Eddie and K19 Lost. If you guys are caught in any of my rooms again, you will be banned from all my events, etc. Because of you two, this first game will not count in the scoreboard.
Wow.
And my apologies to all the teams participating in that. I know a lot of teams are working very hard for an early start. Just consider this your warm-up match. And I am very sorry about that. We had some people sneak into the spectator slots, apparently. Game 1 and 2 will not... Or Game 1 will not count. It'll be Game 2 through 5. Oh, Pew Pew from Aphelion just wrecked out of his vehicle. Goodness. A lot of teams are probably going to be super thankful that this isn't, you know, going to count, but dang, you know, I've never had, I've been doing this since February. It's the first time I've ever had someone try to sneak into my spectator slot. Yep, 19 Esports did get wiped by Supreme, but unfortunately for Supreme, the actions of 2 individuals have made it not count. So... But I tell you what I will do. To make it worth the participants' time, I will come up with a prize for first place of round 1 as well. And it's not going to be a big prize at all. I just want to let that be clear, because the winners could have likely been using the spectators. So... Pickford, if you can, help me keep an eye out for those guys next time.
I will definitely. I will keep it open the whole time. And definitely keep your heads up right before you go live.
Yeah. We got eyes here on members of, pardon me, Fire Gods, and they are approaching 4-piece pretty quickly. 4-piece not too far off from Team Supreme either. Oh, look, they have Shipper down already. We got Nung just stopping right next to Treble. Treble being Mezexis.
It is crowded in Rosshop right now. I mean, their team's packing themselves in here like sardines, trying to get a spot.
All right. Oh, it looks like the Knights are doing work as we speak on Victoria. I'm going to get eyes in just a moment. Give me a moment, guys. Oh, Chico's wrecked! And quickly thirsted, leaving the Knights up to Coops and Coops alone. Alright, well, we got Coops, the last remaining member of the Knights, trying to drown himself in smoke as he sits in between Nova and members of Notorious. And this just goes to say the importance of smokes in games like these. Oh! And Coops gets naded out by dogs. Wow. What is going on up against these Tier 1 teams? I'll tell you what's going on. We've got spectators that aren't supposed to be in here. So I'm a little suspicious if that has anything to do with some of these Tier 1 teams being spotted.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, Cheeks from Genocide. Genocide still hanging in there as Bird and Cheeks. They're able to get some knocks. Oh, look, Bird doing the underwater technique here. Cheeks doing some Michael Phelps stuff. This is an interesting approach. We've seen it time and time again. We got Supreme doing work here on Core.
Just the amount of teams still go from 14 to 12 teams, but go from the 5th to the 6th zone with this many teams left.
Yeah, this is interesting. Well, it certainly is discouraging to a lot of these teams that they put in all this work and ruin that. But it's part of the game sometimes. Lolo from Pro Era with a beautiful position. He's on the pillar of the bridge, just chilling, and he claps memory from Nova. Oh, pardon me. He clapped somebody. It wasn't memory from Nova, was it? Alright, we got eyes here for just a brief moment on Aphelion. They're putting shots down towards the obviously a little bit preoccupied.
Whoa. And now with this zone going across the river for the next, probably last zone, all those teams down the south, they don't only have to get away from this battle against each other, they have to move across this open field, across the water, and then up into the field. It's going to be a tough one for these teams in the south.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Alright, Genocide still putting work in. Cheeks is downed as we speak, leaving everything up to Bird here. Bird still pulling some Michael Phelps stuff, gets eyes on Aphelion Scorpio and gets the quick knock. And it's likely going to be a thirst before Cyrus can retaliate.
Oh, and this blue just crushed all these guys that were in the southern part.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate for Genocide there. They get some pretty high placement, and they would have gotten some good points off of that. Guys, we're down to 3 teams. Aphelion, Boring Protocol, and Excuse. Wow, look at the spread here. Aphelion below the zone, Excuse above the zone, Valak a ways off to the west. Valak's best option is to try to hold out outside a zone or something, I would think. Try to wait for an altercation between Aphelion and Excuse, and hopefully, maybe one team can clap the other and he can pick off the remains before they get healed up. Just like chain smoking this e-cig here. I'm so ticked off.
I'm just saying nothing. I don't want to.
Yeah,
especially in the chat and stuff.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't be even mentioning this.
Oh, an excellent move by Valak, waiting, and now he's gonna push up through the blue. Can he get in before he gets knocked?
Well, Valak, you know, as a solo here, all eyes are kind of on him. This is the tier 1 player. One
thing he's doing, he's not trying to win all at once. He's getting a knock, he's moving up, he's getting healed up, and he's doing what he has to. He knows it's going to take a lot of bites to eat this apple, and he can't do it all at once.
Yeah, my only concern here is that by attacking members of Aphelion this early, his location is no secret to Excuse.
Oh, he does get finally caught by
all right.
Excuse Matt.
All right. Well, Excuse really holding their ground here, as still maintaining position as a 3-person team up against the 2-person team of Aphelion. We got Draco, Love, and Matt. And look at Matt switching off to the side and putting the shots down, taking that boost. It's all up to Cyrus. Cyrus alone.
Oh, that was an excellent job of just spraying spray that smoke down. Great job.
All right, Excuse. Do not fret. While this is not going to count towards the overall scores, I am going to take a screenshot of this, and you will be rewarded with something. Be it a $40 prize or something. You know what? Yeah, $40 to Excuse, because I don't want I don't feel right not rewarding, you know, someone who won an event like this. So at least even for a single round. So Excuse, you can contact me. I will need 2 of your members of your team to contact me just for confirmation on who to pay on that. But Excuse taking first place with 7 kills. Aphelion in second with 3. Boring Protocol in third with 5. Core Esports grabbing 4th with 2. Genocide in 5th with 1 kill from Bird. 6th place goes to Supreme. Oh, poor Supreme. 12 kills in 6th place. That hurts. Pro Era in 7th with 3. We got 8th place going to Nova. Nova's going to grab that with 6 kills. 5 of those 6 came from Ren alone. We got Notorious grabbing 9th with 3. The Panthers in 10th with 4. Lazarus in 11th with 3. 12th is going to go to 4-piece with 1 kill from Towhid. Mezexis grabbing 13th place with 5 kills. We got T-Mobile Gaming in 14th with 0. The Knights in 15th with 5, 4 of which are from Xenox. We got 16th going to Fire Gods with 1 kill from Saucito. 17th to Xerox with 4 kills from Moggs. Strangers BD in 18th with 0. 19 Esports in 19th place with 0. 0 Patient in 20th and last place with 3 kills from Kuzan. Alrighty, guys. Well, this was a super unfortunate and unexpected mishap. And I think realistically, if anyone, this falls on me for not having noticed that they were in there and kicked them out. So my apologies about that, guys. We are going to make damn sure that does not happen again. I'm going to be checking multiple times before I hit that start button this time. Those 2 guys, if I ever see them in any of my events, are immediately banned from everything. They are not going to be allowed to participate in any of my events. If I see them in my room, I will ban them, and I can get you banned from most of your Discord servers that you are in too. So Don't piss me off, man. Anyways, guys, we're going to be back in about 10 to 12 minutes with round 2 of our 5-round scrim night. These are my very own RedEyes $400 Dead in September finals. Stick around, guys. We will be back soon.
Larry fucking beats, nigga. Larry fucking beats, nigga.
I know y'all can hear me.
Taylor about the fucking flex. Taylor about the fucking flex. Taylor about the fucking flex. Taylor about the fucking flex.
Alrighty, guys, we are back with round 205 of my very own RedEyes Dead in September $400 finals. And boy, oh boy, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I'm just thoroughly pissed off at what happened in round one. I usually am a lot better at, like, holding my composure about stuff, but as this is my very own event, we put in so much work into organizing this, and for that to happen, it all rides on me to notice those things. So let me just go ahead and take full responsibility for that. Apologize to the participants, apologize to the viewers as well, and to those people who were doing it, a sincere fuck you. But aside from that, we are going to go ahead and just get into it. Starting now, these rounds count. And, yeah, let's get it going. Another perfectly central flight path, Pickford. What are your thoughts?
Yes. And you know what? I know that I think this is perfect. Everyone will go anywhere, but also people complaining about the breaks being too long. Well, you know what? After next break, I have a little surprise between next break to make that time go by a little bit quicker. That's all I'm going to say. But just stay tuned in between the break between matches 2 and 3.
Oh, and guys, I got some great news. My staff has found out who is responsible for it. And
it was Pickford, wasn't it?
It was Pickford. It was Misfire Pickford. He was in on it the whole time.
Conspiracy! I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. He was trying to control things from the inside. So, guys, we are getting it resolved right now, as we speak. All right. We got 19 Esports heading northbound alongside Zero Patient, heading probably towards the water treatment area. Knights, look what they're doing, playing a ghost routine.
Yeah.
They're going to Picado.
That's right. They know how powerful that position is, because no matter, I've never seen a circle that doesn't have Picado in it, at least for the first circle.
Yeah, we got Boring Protocol landing right in the midst of Core Esports. And we got Fameboys already equipped with the UMP Uzi combo. That could spell trouble for Core for sure.
If you look over at Lazarus, there's three teams all on top of each other. Panthers, Core, Boring,
and Notorious.
And Notorious.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they're all like super spread out. You know, all of them are split looting, all on top of each other. So
yeah,
looks like there's going to be some drama right there.
I hope so. I've got eyes on Fameboys. He's right on top of somebody.
Yeah, he's got Vlone right next to him. Plush and Moso up up looking at Fameboy from up above, and then J-Pack way up on top looking at all three. I don't know what weapons he has. Let's see. Oh, he's got a handful of nothing. Just hoping that he's not seen.
Alright, here come the Fameboys. He's up against Balone here. Uh-oh, Balone getting Fameboys down very low. Oh, and then he gets wrecked by his teammate. Oofda, oofda. Oh, wait, was that Fameboys who got him with the Uzi or Kais? Because I didn't see. Well, either way, the Panthers Moso is downed. I'm going to tune into the Panthers Brady here for just a moment. He's right next to Core Duck. Moso is down. Plush is down as well. Core doing some work here.
Yeah, they are. They're talking about some quality players.
Alright, tuning into Boring Protocol once again. Oh! No, I take that back. We are going to switch on over to Pro Era versus Excuse. We're going to give the screen time to Excuse. I know some viewers are in there to check them out. We got Draco already posted up with 1 kill. Rosh up at the forefront. Alright. I probably shouldn't have said what I said on stream a couple minutes ago. But, you know what? I said it.
I think you should have.
So, yeah. I can't help it, but I meant it, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's not my place to say, but I think you said you're being very patient and professional just by saying that. This is my thing. I would be losing my mind, but you know what? That's why you're the professional, and because man, there's nothing worse than cheaters. Nothing worse than that.
Yeah.
When it comes to this.
Hey, Amber.
But
All right.
you know, whatever.
We got Strangers BD pretty darn close to Team Supreme. They got them surrounded on 3 different sides here. This could spell a lot of trouble for them. Getting eyes for just a moment on Genocide. Let's see. Genocide way out from everybody, occupying the ruins and trailer park area. They're actually going to be able to get some pretty decent loot there and probably work their way in on a northern flank. Alright, tuning in for just a brief moment here. We got eyes on 19 esports. Oh, and once again, as soon as I tune away, fights break out. We got Strangers BD just dominating the situation here. Supreme down to Packy and Cyber, not looking very comfortable here. My man Pittsburgh.
If these teams on the West Coast, if they can get themselves to rotate into this zone without too much damage, there's plenty of room in this zone, whether you go north or west, San Martin, Picado, or if it goes up to Cruz de Val. There is room for all these teams because, as you've pointed out many times, that on the East Coast is where a majority of the buildings and locations are on Miramar, so there is plenty of room for all these teams to get in there without really getting into it early.
Guys, just to clarify what Pickford is talking about. In just a second. I think they're getting pushed right now. I will clarify it in just a moment with a little visual representation here. He is talking about here on the map. If you will notice, the right half of the map, if you were to picture Miramar as a circle divided vertically in half, then the right half would have about 70% of the map's compounds and structures going down this little path right here. Alright, Cyber still dealing with them. Just holding position. Packy having at it. Set up a nade. Oh, he gets Mahedi with that shit. Oh, I shouldn't have said that either. Really off my game tonight, Pick.
You're killing it. You are killing it as always. I love it. You are, as always, killing it. And this action is going hectic. It's going crazy. And you know what? These teams are going in there, and you have this. What we're seeing is this mixture of tier 1 teams, and you know, and the people that qualified. Maybe the teams that qualified, they are actually very good, but their game style is unique to them. So we're used to seeing some styles that maybe are a little standard when we're looking at maybe all tier 1 teams, and they're throwing in this, you know, the spice in here. They're not doing what you expect them to do. I think it really makes the match that much more exciting.
Yeah. This standoff between Strangers and Supreme is dragging on, man. Supreme just covering in smokes here. They have no shortage of them, apparently. I'm gonna probably switch over to another team then, if it drags on for too much longer. Okay, we got Genocide doing exactly what I was predicting, a northern rotation, and this is going to work out perfectly for them. If they continue this route, they're going to find themselves up around the Torre-Ahumada area, and not really with anyone around them. They're just going to be able to post up and relax for a bit, let those numbers dwindle down.
One thing that I've noticed is that if the zone was kind of centrally located, but if the play path is north or south, if you just go the opposite of that and go directly up or directly down from the south, you're most likely going to be safe. So that's why I think that Genocide, seeing where the zone was, knows that if they go to the top of the zone and come straight down, they'll have an opening to get in there, because that's usually what happens in the first and second circles.
Yeah, I believe you're right. We got the Panthers here, and they seem to be facing off right now, way off in the dead zone with Core.
And yeah, Core and the Panthers, they're just like, this is not something you don't really see as much from Suns. That usually the teams will kind of disengage when the blue comes around, but these guys are just staying at it.
And Freddy is knocked there, leaving everything up to Illusion. And Illusion's going to use this opportunity because Duck is knocked. He's probably going to trade revives or go. Well, he might go for it.
JPEG, yeah, I don't think he can get to his guy.
No, I'm talking about Illusion going for his guy.
Yeah, I think Illusion guy can get Frady, and then I think that the other core member is going to just bleed out.
Yeah, JPEG's abandoning, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's getting the vehicle. He knows that there's no way he can get him.
Aphelion looking like they might meet Boring Protocol head on.
And although this next circle does take up a large amount of water, there's still like so many buildings and areas that they can get into. A half of Los Leones, all these Impala. A lot of small little buildings that a team can jump into. Plus, on this side, there are also the multi-story buildings. So one team can take one building and occupy more than one floor for each player, and don't have that risk of getting grenaded all at once that we see on maybe Aaron Gall, where they're all on one floor, they're all going to get grenaded quickly.
Sam just got wrecked from 19 Esports and quickly thirsted. And this is by members of Pro Era. You got two Tier 1 teams facing off right now in the Minas Generalis area. And Fishy taking out Sam. Oh, Lazarus going after the Knights. What? Yep, Coops is down, leaving it up to Xenox, Chico, and Menace, and they've got space on their sides. What? Yeah, Lazarus is right behind him.
Telly is racking that bolt. We haven't seen a lot of bolts recently. We've seen a lot of more that M4 with that 4X or 6X in it, but he does have that bad boy looking to engage also with that M7.
Leon cooking up some nades of his own here. Oh! Just got wrecked. Leaving it up to Acer and Carnage. Carnage with the M249 Squad Wiper. He's just biding his time here. Acer sticking the revive on Leon. And they're going to at least remain a three-person team for now. But all the while, the Knights are keeping the pressure on them, on both them and Pro Era from a distance. And there's Pan getting a knock on Xenox. Or, pardon me, not Xenox. Goodness gracious. Who did he get the knock on? What the hell? Who did Pan just get that knock on? How did I miss that? Oh, Carnage uses that M249 on him. Getting a knock and a quick thirst. Keep in mind, they are just operating as a three-person team now, so they're going to have to change up their strategy a little bit, but they can probably handle this close-up confrontation here with Pro Era just fine. Notorious Dogs going after Aphelion. There's Pew Pew being taken down. We got J-Pack just holding out in that dead zone. Oh, and here we got it. Genocide is using this time now to work their way in. Oh boy. They're finding themselves right by Zero Patient, and they're probably about to take some fire here. Oh, and that is Scarface being taken out by vehicle explosion from Shipper. That leaves Genocide down to a 3-person team. Notorious isn't still going after Aphelion here. Notorious with
and now this is a huge push south. There's multiple teams. Genocide, Fire Gods, Lazarus, Knights all have to push from the north down into the south. And this is where we're going to start seeing these teams, I think, rotate into each other. And really start having to deal with each other's problems. You know, essentially, Team Mobile Gaming and Stranger BD's kind of over on the East Coast, all more trying to rotate in these same roads.
Yeah,
it's about to clip off right now.
I was gonna say the same thing for Pro Era and the Knights, but the Knights are relocating, driving outside of zone and around Minas Gerais and coming back in. It's an interesting approach. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Hey, team, how you doing? Alright, I'm gonna get eyes on strangers just for a moment. Yeah, it looks like Mobile Gaming is gonna wait for them to push in. I think Xerox and Nova are about to square off as well. I'm gonna get eyes on that early. Switching over to Shifen. At the distance. Going back to him. Alright, kind of the standoff here between these two teams. Memory with the 8X Mini 14, trying to get eyes on them, not finding a lot of luck. They are all utilizing that hill cover pretty well. Lava. Let me see what all these team names are. Lava, Zuru, Yahiko, and Moggs. And they're going to be driving away from it. They don't want that smoke this early. That leads me to wonder where the next confrontation is going to come from. I think it's Genocide driving over to the Knights, potentially. That gets me nervous for them. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take to render in. Jesus.
And these teams are like really getting themselves wedged into this zone. I mean, I don't know how much more that they can get in here without actually like being forced to hit each other. And Illusion from Panthers just down there on the bottom,
yeah, we got
hitting every building, regardless if it's the third zone, the first zone, or the second zone. Just spent the entire match so far getting the blue.
Got Stranger BG and Zero Patient facing off right now. Zero Patient looking like they might even try to rotate out of that. I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. They're gonna post up. Xerox is going after 4-piece. Carnage is knocked out by X4. That leaves, oh my goodness, 19 Esports is eliminated right in front of me. Ooh, that's 2 bad games in a row for 19 Esports. Alright, we got Knights. What is taking it so long to render in? What the hell is going on?
Oh, and Lazarus pushes right into Pro Era.
Do they? Yup, they sure do. Yeah, we got a lot of fights breaking off all at once, simultaneously here. We'll focus on the 2 Tier 1 teams here for a moment. Excuse taking out Snowy. Alright, yeah, Genocide is having at it. That leaves Genocide down to Birds and Bird alone. Rosh getting cheeks with an AK-47. That leaves Bert as the last hope here, and as he drives away, he is finding himself going right over towards the Knights. This is looking like some bad luck here. I saw G3 got a nade off on somebody.
Yeah,
was it his
Joey
teammate?
pushed up to the second floor a little bit too early, knocked the prayer guy, but he got up there and Joey did take some damage from that grenade that G3 put. But he was able to get picked up pretty quickly, and they're able to take out a couple members of Pro Air, but there is still Pan left, so the work is not done.
Yeah, I got eyes on Pan. He is currently being a bushwookie with an M4. Zero Patient still going after Strangers BD. Let me just get a quick eye on this, because this is a multiple person fight here. I don't want to stay on it. Oh yep, Chico. I think Chico got him. Yeah. Did Chico get Pan? Yeah.
I still he is shooting at him. I think they know where he's at. Pan is in that. I think Telly is. They're looking over there, but I don't think they've kind of located him where he is over in that bush. It's very, very close though. Oh, and Telly does get knocked by Notorious Styles.
Yeah. That leaves it up to Joey.
Oh, and Pan jumps up and thirsts Telly when he's got like 2 HP, and then gets smacked by Fears.
Well, G3 is gonna relocate the vehicle a little bit. I thought he was gonna drive away, but I guess not. He's got some throwables for him. Alright, we got 24K from Mezexis going after Joey is down, leaving it up to G3 and Fears. Fears gonna try to get the revive, it looks like. Or G3 is. One of them. They're smoking it.
Fears G3. They know that Joey has time. It's his first knock, so they can go over there and his second knock. So that you have a little bit of time, and they don't have to put themselves in a bad situation with Zero Patient right there putting rounds at him. Although Fierce is taking a lot of rounds trying to pick up Joy right now, and here comes Kuzan pushing him.
Yeah, I got eyes on something else right now. Oh, yep, Xerox just got naded by Mezexis. But I got eyes on Xerox, Mezexis, and Fire Gods here.
Well, that is, and other times we talked about this. 5th zone, 30 seconds, 3 squads getting into it, hundreds of meters from the zone. Whoever wins this might win it, yeah, but are they going to have a time to get into the zone afterwards, or are they just going to die to the blue?
Dogs getting valid from Boring Protocol. Moggs and Moggs alone here as a Caw pushes in.
I do take off to get right in the zone, but now Mezexis has got to get healed up. They have Ika knocked. Can they get him up, or are they going to abandon him? Looks like they're saying so long, sucker.
Alright. And that is there. Chico taking quite a hit. Alright. Well, that leaves us down to just a couple teams. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams remaining here with 17 people alive. That is leaving us with a lot of solos here. I like what Nova's doing as a full squad securing the portion of zone.
That combo, yes.
It's really on them and Nice to do the same if they can get the revive on Menace. down to 5 teams here, and look at Joey from Lazarus just
Yeah,
chilling out in the
he's
dead
trying
zone.
so hard to get to that buggy, and then to make a
Nah,
one
not
last
gonna
dash
happen.
for it. That's what he's doing right now. He's
not
gonna
gonna
try,
happen.
but I don't think he's got it. He's gonna be able to make it.
Well, 4P's hanging in there as a 2-person. They got SK and 78G. SK taking a huge run of the
Well,
damage.
great try by Joey to get it to pull off, but they ended up not making it. Now here we go, very tight. Nice and Nova, you are right. Really having the power, but 4P say, you know what? Let's get don't count us out quite yet.
Yeah, I mean the zone isn't too far out of their favor here either. They're 20
You're
meters
right.
outside of zone, and currently the Knights are facing off right now with Nova, and this could be the opportunity that 4Piece needs. Oh, Coops gets wrecked in the face, leaving up to Xenox, Chico, and Menace. Alright, Xenox trying his best to get scoped in. Coops is... the Knights are all still up as a full squad again. Just kind of biding their time here, but they don't have really much cover after this little shack here. Nova's going to be out in the open. No, they actually have to take it back. They are in zone. They are in zone with the compound cover.
Nice trying to push that last push up, trying to get the Coops, taking a ton of rounds.
Oh, they also, the Nova also has high ground over 4Piece. Memory taking a little bit of a hit there, not anything too serious. Sheepin picked up some nades. Oh, he gets Xenox. Coops is on fire. What just happened? That leaves Knights down to Menace and Chico. Oh, pardon me, just Chico, who is desperately trying to be healed up. He's got nothing but bandages. He's going to get a quick knock on Rin. And that is a match.
And I'll tell you what, the Knights, at the end, he almost had him, but he was able to clear it out. Great job by them.
Yeah. You got to give it up to Nova, one of our last-minute contenders here, really stepping in when another Tier 1 team couldn't make it. They came in, and now they're just dominating the very first counting round here. They're going to take first place with 11 kills. Very nicely done. We got Knights grabbing second place here with 10 kills even between the 4 players. We got 4Piece taking third with 2 kills. Coming in fourth, we got Excuse with 3. Lazarus in 5th place with 6 kills between 3 players. 6th place belongs to Mezexis with 6 kills. Team Mobile Gaming in 7th with 3. 8th place is going to go to Core Esports with 0. 9th to Genocide with 0. 10th to Notorious with 7. Aphelion in 11th with 0. 12th is going to go to Strangers BD, and they're going to take that with 6 kills. 13th belongs to Xerox with 1 kill from El Zuru. We got Fire Gods in 14th with 2. Boring Protocol in 15th with 3. 16th belongs to Zero Patient, and they're going to take that with 1 kill. The Panthers in 17th with 2. Pro Era grabbing 18th with 2. 19 Esports, ironically, 2 games in a row in 19th place, this time with 1 kill from Carnage. 20th and last place goes to Team Supreme. Alrighty, guys, y'all know the drill. Stick around. We're going to be back, and I'm going to try to cut it down to about 8 to 10 minutes with round 3 of our 5-round scrim night. These are my very own RedEyes $400 Dead in September finals. Stick around, guys. We'll be back soon.
I got sent you a DM real quick if you can check that out.
Gotcha.
Thank you, sir.
forgot to put on music. Hey, Pickford, you here, buddy? Hello,
Feeling
hello.
about the fucking flex.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he can hear me, but he can't hear you.
Now? I can hear you now.
All right, okay, good. Telly, do you hear us?
All right.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
There we go.
Music there.
Technology. So what we're going to say is we wanted to bring in somebody who knew a lot more than we did, a guy who is on a tier 1 team, one of the best, literally one of the highest ranked teams in America, in North America, and that's Telly from Lazarus. So thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So first of all, a couple questions I want to have. I've been watching you guys both in the Trove Invitational and in this one right here, and one thing that's really been opening my eyes is the small little things that are different between like a tier 1 scrim and maybe a tier 2 or tier 3. What are some of the things that you recognize right off the bat when you're in a tier 1 scrim versus maybe a tier 2 or tier 3 scrim that really separates the two?
Yeah, I got you. So for me, the things that I noticed would probably be a sense of priority for me, and like a T2 scrim or a lower level scrim. You'll see a lot of people kind of going for clips or just, really trying really hard to look good or maybe satisfy somebody that's watching. And tier 1, it's more so you prioritize your zone, you prioritize your gameplay first and foremost to make sure that you're achieving the most success as possible. So for me, I think the biggest standout would probably be the priorities there.
One thing that I noticed and it was really big is how effective you guys are at that level at the use of utilities, the use of grenades, mollies, and especially smokes. But using grenades as effectively as you would an AR. How long did it take you when you got up to that level to really be able to utilize your utilities as effectively as you guys are now?
It took a little bit, but I mean, at the end of the day, like if you got a good headset, some good earbuds, whatever you use, it's really easy to kind of guess how far the opponent is away. As far as grenades go, I didn't really take too long to get onto. I mean, it's a great piece of the game. I mean, one quick throw, one quick knock, maybe multiple if you put it in the right areas. For smokes, it's really more so just to ask yourself where you're going to get shot from, where you're vulnerable to, and you just kind of place it there. It didn't really take too long, but it is a masterful craft if you can get it down.
And one thing that I also noticed, and especially a team like you guys, and when you guys are playing in Tier 1, is that you'll have one match where you guys are dominating first place, getting chicken dinners, and then you'll see maybe the same team having a bad match, 14th, 15th place. And we saw that throughout a lot of those matches that, the teams are so close together that, a team could easily get a first place and then have a 10th place and then get a second place and get 8th place. How do you try to balance those swings and try to eliminate the bad matches and really maximize the good matches?
Gotcha. So for us, we really just approach it with what we call an individual game mentality. A lot of people, they put a lot of extra stress on themselves by looking at the bigger picture. Like, going into PMPL, NA, for example, people's goal is to become a regional champion. But for us, it's game one on day one. Like if we maximize game one and then shortly after game two, then game three, then, the scoreboard's going to speak for itself.
And I'm not blowing smoke when I say that this team is obviously one of the top teams currently. Third place, if I'm not mistaken, in a Tier 1 scrim that we also are streaming, and you guys have been up there at the top for long, and you guys are really good at balancing your kills and your placement. And that it seems like a lot of teams are either good at one or the other. They're either very good fraggers or they're very good at getting placement, maybe being a little passive. But you guys are really balanced, really both. Is that something you guys work on, or is that just something that just happens naturally?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's something that we work on quite frequently. I think in order to win championships, you have to be able to balance, kill columns and placement columns. It's something that goes hand in hand. I mean, think of all the champions you've seen from other regions that have a massive placement column and no kills. Like they have to come hand in hand. And so what we did is we just kind of added the art of fighting into our everyday gameplay.
And obviously, at your level, obviously you have a real life outside of PUBG Mobile like everybody else's. How, as someone who's just at my level, trying to cast at my level, sometimes that balance can be very, very difficult. How are you able to balance a full personal life and not only playing PUBG Mobile, but literally playing it as on one of the top teams in the entire country?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, like for example, I work a full-time daytime job and then come home and compete. So I always find something to do. Like if I have a little bit of a break time in my job or, whatever personal life, I do some VOD review, something that doesn't require me to necessarily sit down and, put on my headphones and, play a game out or two. Like I find something to continue my knowledge in the game, whether that be VOD review or just looking at how, like, for example, like Navi, I love watching their gameplay. In my free times, I'll watch them play and then I'll think, all right, when I get on for scrims tonight at 7, I'm going to try this, and just different things like that just, I'm able to stay on top of my game, but also take care of the personal things.
I totally get it. Now, a couple of last questions. I know we have to get into this next match. In that last match in Miramar, it seemed like you got maybe thirsted a little bit at the very end. Is that as frustrating at your level as it is down here at Tier 3s and Tier 4s where I'm at?
Just depends. Like if it's something that I can control, then it is very frustrating. But I mean, the game is RNG, so there's a lot of things that you really can control. Like in that case scenario in Miramar, I think Pan from Era was in a bush. We had the information.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a solo, but I can't really, necessarily control that the guy was in the bush. And so we didn't really spend too much time going over it. Maybe just be a little bit more cautious before pulling up next time. But absolutely, I mean, if it's something that we can control, it's thoroughly frustrating.
Now, where before that, you guys had a rush, and you guys were very, very effective. The only real issue you had was, I think, G3 and Nate and Joey, just and that little thing. But it's one of the things that we've noticed, especially like the really good teams like Ghost Gaming, sometimes they have a problem rushing a squad rushing a compound and taking it. You guys were very effective in that last match against another Tier 1 team. How much do you practice it, and how hard is it to get that communication when you're pushing multiple buildings in a compound against a high-quality team?
It's definitely difficult, and it can take quite some time to get it down pat, but we practice that on our daily. We call those on-impact fights. We practice all forms of different fights at different areas in our scrims and things like that, just to make sure that we're prepared for whatever we can see in the the larger tournaments that come ahead. So, for example, that one was an off-impact fight. We practice those pretty frequently because those are the hardest ones to accomplish. You're slamming in with little to no information, just pretty much getting out of the car and just eliminating any targets that are in the area. So for us, we've been practicing it for a while, and we still have a long way to go, but it's definitely something that we put a lot of attention on.
Now, I guess for the last question, I'll let you get back there, because this is a question for me, because I'm always trying to get better myself. I'm not trying to lie. What's one thing a noob like me, a Tier 4 IGL, could do to really improve dramatically? As I said, you have to watch VODs like that, but is there, what was something that you did that you said, this really helped me, it really improved my gameplay, and something that other teams can immediately enact that'll help them?
Yeah, for sure. So for me, what I did is I got to a point right before joining this Lazarus team and just pretty much hit a mental reset button on anything that I've ever learned, whether it be good or bad, toxic or great. I just reset everything and wanted to become a student of the game again. I went into my own times in classic matches and learned the terrain. I did different little things to just pretty much learn the game all over again for myself. And then, of course, I accompanied that with watching the best in the world to do that. I mean, I'll give you guys a couple. I love watching Galaxy Racer. They're an Arabian PMPL team, and I love watching Navi. Those two have the perfect balance of rotation and fighting in their lineup. And we just kind of, I don't want to say we mock those, but we learned how to implement those to our gameplay to make it effective.
Well, you know what? I really want to thank you a lot for giving us a little bit of your time. And when I say I've been watching you guys, I streamed all last week, you guys in that Trovo. I'm not joking when I say one of the best teams in North America. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys for the rest of that Trovo tournament and also in the future. I'll be rooting for you guys, and I want to thank you for giving me a little bit of your time and giving me a little bit of a heads up on what it takes to be a Tier 1 player in PUBG Mobile. Thank you.
Thanks again, Telly.
Absolutely. Anytime. Thank you guys for having me.
Yep. All right, Pickford, better hop in that room, buddy.
Taylor about the fucking flex.
Pickford, you coming?
Just juice. I didn't get the code. I'm sorry.
Oh.
My bad.
One second, I'll send them to you right now.
I was hoping you were going to send it to me in case you're just going to say, this is how he gets fired.
Said to hell with you. We were supposed to start
So you
2
know what?
minutes ago.
We won't
so
tell him to start it.
Quick,
We'll just start it, and then don't even tell him and see if he notices. So I'm coming in right now, so don't kick me out because I'm supposed to be here.
We got a kid in here again that's random. We kick him.
Oh, another one. All right, I'm in.
Hop in, spectator. No, it's not letting me kick this kid. Pickford, is it showing someone in slot 23 for you?
Slot 23. I see no one in any of the low the low slots.
It just hasn't shown up for me then. All right, good.
light this bitch up.
What up, everybody? What up? What up? What's crack-a-lackin'? How's it going, all you cutie patooties? And let's just go ahead and say we're on Sandhawk round 3. Let's take a look at these live scores. I understand this says dead in August, yada yada. It's not dead in August. Let's just go ahead and do that. Standings currently as they are: Nova 11 kills, Knights 10, Lazarus 6, and then there is quite a drop off. But yes, in terms of points, Nova carrying the lead, slowly trailed behind by Knights. Lazarus a bit behind, tied with 4-piece in terms of overall points. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, anyways, guys, Sandhawk is basically the exact opposite of our last match in Miramar. Miramar was the largest map that we have. This is our smallest map. Technically, Livic and Karrakin are smaller, but we don't mess with those in scrims, so this is the smallest map we'll be working with, meaning that the odds of two teams landing next to each other is just automatically going to be higher. But this is also the most condensed map that we have in the game, meaning that it's the most lush in vegetation. There's more natural cover to take, more grass to hide inside, and trees and boulders to hide behind, so you need to be alert for a higher than average number of snakes than usual. And the third and final thing I want to say about this map is that it is so small that it finds itself independent of the flight path. You can get anywhere you want just by deploying your chute early enough. So with that being said, let's see what kind of spread we're working with. 19 Esports claiming boot camp. We got Xerox at Camp Alpha. Pro Era going hot 10 alongside members of Lazarus. Gonna yoink right over to that and see what we got. Check on places elsewhere. Yeah, elsewhere we got a little bit of
Pro Era and Lazarus are danger close.
Yep.
Right in hot 10, and this is one thing that you always affects this Sandhawk is what you have to do is get weapons immediately. Are you communicating to the rest of your squad? Hey, I've got contact. I've got noise to my right. I've got noise to my left. Getting weapons, explaining who has what weapons, and being ready to push as a squad immediately, almost about the drop, which is what looked like Lazarus and Pro Era are going to have to do, as they're both confronting each other right off the bat.
Well, we got our boy Telly, the man of the hour, who is nice enough to conduct that interview with us. He is approaching with an AK-47, and who really better to spectate than the guy whose head you were just getting inside of there.
And remember, this is a team that just got into it. We talked to it. Where Pan thirsted Telly right to vent. I kind of brought that up, if that how frustrated it made him. So this is a continuation of that battle they just had, finishing off in Miramar. So let's see how this goes for them.
We also have Mezexis on the other side of the map, facing off with members of Core Esports. We got Solitude getting the first kill of the game there. Oh, Aphelion Scorpio going after the Panthers. And look at this, once again, Genocide finding themselves away from everyone else. And, oh yeah, Aphelion just got wrecked. Or, nope. Yeah, they did some wrecking as well. But they are down to just Pew Pew and Pew Pew alone, up against multiple members of the Panthers. Pew Pew equipped with the DBS Vector combo. Dodging some nades. Throwing some mollies for Moso.
And Core Mezexis also down in Kampong, right on top of each other. Some of them in the same building, I think.
Lazarus and Pro are going after each other, and that's Pew Pew being taken down. Leaving everything on Aphelion up to Scorpio, and Scorpio alone with a 3x M4. He gets the knock. Wow. So Moso and him are going to be trading off revives. Switching back over to this standoff here between Lazarus and Pro Era. Looks like
you see Telly's grabbed that DBS, knowing that he's going to be close quarters. Grab that DBS to do serious damage. As G3 does get Lolo.
Yep. This leaves Lazarus with an advantage. Are they going to push on this? Telly's looking around to Fishy, but not before Fishy's taken out by G3. Alright. So we got Sosa Boy, the last hope here for Pro Era, taking some serious shots, brought down to like 2%.
And there they go. Lazarus takes out
Lazarus
Pro Era.
doing the work. All right, we're gonna go right on back to the task at hand. Mezexis versus Core. Core at this stage is reduced to a 3-person team, actually a 2-person for the most part, as JPack is being burned away, leaving it up to Duck and Balone. Duck is taken down. Balone holding the stairs with the UMP, runs right into a nade, taken down to below half health. This is our map, sometimes, almost always.
Let's be on a t-shirt. This is our map sometimes, well, it's all the time, but sometimes mostly.
Sex Panther. 20% of the
Works.
time, it works every time.
Made with real chunks of panther.
So you know it's good.
It assaults the nostrils.
Made with real chunks of panther, so you know it's legit.
That's right. And look at this. I tell you, this is a very, very aggressive match right now. You see a lot of teams running into each other early, going into the same compounds. You know, choosing to be aggressive, especially in the outlying areas. You know, so you can kind of choose to be a little bit less aggressive. But you know, once like if you're at hot 10, you can choose to back out. But Lazarus and Prayer went right at it. We saw the same with Core and Mezexis, and these teams are really trying to go at it right off the bat. We've already lost 3 teams, and we've lost 2 Tier 1 teams. We've lost the Panthers, Pro Era, and then also Core. So this is starting off in the first 6 minutes, losing 3 complete teams.
Yeah, but that's, you know, something that can sometimes be expected on Sandhawk. It being the largest map, or smallest map that we have, you know, confrontation is just inevitable. And
one thing that we have noticed, and I think we talked about this earlier, was in another day, was that it's a place where you can really choose to be passive if you want to. You can get yourself a compound. If you get the circle, just hold that compound down and get your loot. Then, if you don't have to really venture out, you can hold and wait for some of the other teams to die off first before you really start getting aggressive. Really see, you know, the lobby, you know, get cut in half before you really have to get out there and start floating your hands.
all right, Leva approaching Fameboys from Boring Protocol. This is Xerox versus Boring Protocol, and Fameboys taking out his teammate Andre L. Look at eyes on him. Rocking himself a UMP M4 combo. Excuse fighting somebody. I didn't do that. Yeah, Excuse right here in the mix with T-Mobile Gaming. And we got Draco down. Matt trying to get the revive. Rosh approaching around the side here with the UMP. Everyone's got their UMPs for close quarter combat. And Fameboys in the distance going after him. Boring Protocol coming out of that altercation victorious. And this little standoff here between T-Mobile Gaming and Excuse continues. And if it goes for too much longer, I'll switch out. But this is the closest thing to a confrontation that we are left with at the moment, so I'll stay tuned in for just a brief moment.
If I'm not mistaken, it looks like the boys from Lazarus, I was keeping an eye on them. They're grabbing a boat. It looks like maybe they're going to try to go down the river to get into the zone instead of running it. At least Telly is.
Ooh.
I always love somebody in a boat at any time. So, but he is doing his own thing. Yes, he's not. He's going to keep going. Let's see how this is going to affect the rest of the team. Maybe he's going to look for another boat or something. I don't know.
I'm switching over to Genocide because these two teams are dragging on.
I want to see. Yeah,
and,
please.
Genocide is taking fire. Cheeks is taking damage, brought down to about 2/3 of his health. As members of Fire Gods linger above them, they do have the high ground on Genocide. Hey, RedEyes, who is co-hosting with you? I recognize his voice. That is the man, the myth, the legend, the Pickford himself, the John Madden of PUBG.
Bam!
Bam!
You might have heard me. You heard me maybe last week with my man RedEyes and Trovo. I've done Outcast for I did that for a year and a bunch of other ones. So I have been around. Not as good as my boy RedEyes, but I'm working on it. I'm trying my best.
You got this. We got Draco and Matt from Excused, all that remaining for the team, but they have done some serious work to Team Mobile Gaming. Team Mobile Gaming is now down to just X4, who's desperately trying to get a revive here on his teammate. What's his name? X with a dot line through the top. If anyone can speak Korean, Japanese, or Chinese, because I don't know what writing that is, by all means, let me know how to pronounce his name in chat, and I will do what I can to remember.
I always just say kanji. That's what the letters are called, I think.
Wait, his name is Kanji?
No, like the Japanese, like the alphabet is called
Okay.
that.
I was about to say, if you were just casually like flexing that you read kanji or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm not that good. I'm not quite that good. I'm trying, though.
Speaking of kanji, I'm going to call him Kanji for now. Kanji just got himself a knock. Xenox and the Knights are going after 4-piece, it seems, in the distance. I kind of want to go tune into that. Yeah, I'm gonna. Getting eyes on 4-piece. They're down to Profi and 78G. The Knights are working their way closer and closer to him. All the while, 19 Esports about to face off as we speak against the Strangers. They've got Strangers have Sam down. It's down to Acer and Carnage. Genocide is facing trouble. Scarface knocked first again. What just happened? Genocide eliminated. Oof. Sorry, Amber. I would have tried to get some screen time for it. Okay, Knights Chico getting 2 members taken out with a nade, making his 3rd kill. And now they're closing in on members of Nova. Alright, here we go. Acer just holding up position. And can you blame him? Because I think he feels that if Vigil had a nade, he would have thrown it, but he's got something there. Did Vigil just throw meds? He threw a pan at Acer.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, that's great. A little Martha Stewart insult for you, man.
Oh, Galaxy Hound. Yes, Galaxy Hound. I did stream for them too, also. So that's probably how they understand, hear my voice.
Yes,
way back in the day.
Galaxy Hound is awesome. They run my store for me.
Your merch?
Yes. Speaking of my merch, thank you for bringing it up, Pick.
Buy it. Speaking of my merch, buy it. And look at Lazarus. They came all the way around, got themselves the battle tank, as I like to call it, and are rotating in with that bad boy. I love to see those in scrims.
Oh, and there's someone who does have a throwable utility, and it's a flashbang, luring Acer right out of the closet, and bam, he is taken down right then from there, using Carnage as the last remaining hope for 19 Esports. 19 Esports, a really tough go of it. The Strangers beat 19 Esports, switching immediately over to Aphelion, which is a 2-person team at this stage, up against multiple members of Notorious. Alright, Pew Pew and Scorpio. Scorpio desperately trying to heal as Pew Pew does the Overwatch and cover fire here on Dog.
Look at, not take away from, but Boring is way out here. I don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're like just 3 of them are up. They're all out there. I mean, they're like really making that's a decision. They've chosen to be out there this long.
Nova doing some work as well. Actually, Nova getting worked on, potentially, by members of Fire Gods. And Shifen taken down right then and there. Everything up to Y1. Y1 taken down to below half health. And that's a finish on Nova. Fire Gods are gonna escape by the hair on their chin, and Sasito stays alive, gonna pull off those revives most likely. Aphelion still here with Notorious. Yeah, Viper Sniper, if it's saying low quality for you, it's because your device is trying to work with what accommodates itself most, what's going to do the least amount of stressing on your system or your whatever. And so just go into the settings on the video and push it up to 720.
I have mine on 4K.
Flex.
Yeah, I have a iPhone 37 from the future.
I got that iPhone 14 Pro.
The iPhone 37 Pro.
You know, I'm imagining by iPhone 37, they're going to take away all the features. Like, no screen. We're way past screens. No buttons.
It'll just
no
be a chip.
screens.
It's a chip you put in your head.
Yeah. Well,
That's
all
iPhone's gonna be.
George Orwell.
Yeah, so that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like that. And you can just like think about the internet, and you'll be able to go anywhere. You don't have to go to school because you just have to figure the internet will be right there for you.
All right. This standoff here between Aphelion and Notorious is dragging on.
A lot of these teams, I want to see these teams: Knights, Lazarus, and Notorious, Supreme. All these teams have to push up from the south up into this circle. So this is usually we're going to see some of this. And here it goes. Notorious. I was already getting Dogs is already getting knocked.
Yeah. Oh, Xenox
and Solitude
Knights.
too.
Xenox from the Knights got a knock, and they are pushing up to get the finish on Solitude from Mezexis. All the while, Zero Patient and Aphelion do square off after each other, and Lazarus coming in for a third party. But here we have it, the push. Knights. 24K nades his teammate. What is going on? Oh, Chico taken down right in front of us.
Who just... Somebody just naded G3.
Yes. Oh. That was,
who was that? And then finished.
Oh, Strangers.
Oh, that was a great nade on by Midnight and by those guys. I mean, they came out of nowhere.
Well, G3 is out for the count now. All the while, who is the Lazarus member dealing with the Strangers
Fears,
now?
Joey, and Tully are pushing in up into these guys from...
Look, they are trying to throw nades at Telly, and Telly is just posted in the BRDM.
Oh, I love it. I love the BRDM.
You don't see this too often, but when you do...
I'll tell you what, you can question how many bullets it takes, but it can take, I know, at least 3 to 4 grenades, drag hits, and that's pretty impressive. So it's great to jump in there when you do hear a grenade coming.
Is Telly really going to just post?
And yeah, if you stay in the passenger side, you can't see anything. When you're in the game, especially third party, it's very hard to see inside the slots to see if someone's in there. So a lot of people are going to probably think, and then also when you're in there, you can see 360 a lot better than you can if you're not in there.
Sunrise with the 3x M4.
And there you go. Puts eyes on Saucedo, and then jumps right back in.
Switching his attention over to Supreme. Golden Boy having a good game. So is his teammate Volt. They got 6 kills. Golden Boy responsible for half of them. All the while, Lazarus is going to need to rotate into zone somehow. Same with Supreme. Same with Aphelion and Notorious, but they're both preoccupied with one another, having a little standoff. And Boring Protocol is fighting as we speak against members of TMG. It's fate. And it looks like he got the knock right then and there on Hyper.
Wow, that was so fast by Knights. We're in the 6th zone. This is a zone where you've got to get in. You can't heal fast enough, and Fate is able to get in there.
All right, Knights are putting shots down the zero patient crawl, and they get him in the dead zone. Poor little fella. Now,
and look at Knights just rotating in a full squad, just gonna do some damage. You know that the pressure's on these other teams. These guys are just rolling in like they know exactly what they want to do.
Well, I predicted only 3 teams are going to make it in the zone. I think it's Boring Protocol, Knights, and Strangers. I don't think the rest of Boring Protocol, Fameboys, or Mezexis is going to be able to work their way
And
in.
what is he? What is he? Is he AFK? What's he doing out there? No, he is alive.
I'd like to think that he's reminiscing of memories past and reflecting on life decisions.
Did they just why did he? Hey, what do I know? Maybe this is some
Tier 1 strats, bro.
Tier 1 strats that I don't know. He's I'm just gonna stay alive in the blue. I'm gonna search everything and get 9,000 bandies and first aids and just stay alive in the blue as long as I possibly can.
There are 2 more games, Sicilian. Alright, Knights are going after Boring Protocol, it looks like. Yep, and Menace getting a run over on one of them. And the team's 11th kill. Knights are going on. He's taken down to below half health. Gonna try to pull a flank. Enoch's gonna cook up a little something for Fate. He's got a nade with his name on it. But he's throwing it a little too far into the smoke. And Fate has a better idea of where Xenox is. But there we go. Oh, not money, just some damage. Bam! Bam! Do it. Bam! I was hoping for a John Madden bam, on the spot.
So, that's so clean, it's dirty.
That's my line. So dirty, it's clean.
Damn!
Trademark 2021 copyright.
75,000
patent pending. All right, we have a standoff here between 2 of our tier 1s, the Knights, actually, and Mezexis, but Mezexis is down to 1 person at this point, so we got ourselves a 4v3v1.
It's certainly these teams when they tend to camp out in the blue, they don't even get close. They stay way far away.
Coops with a monster nade before being taken down by Mahedi with the UMP, leaving everything up to Xenox, Menace, and Chico. So we got ourselves a 3v2 on our hands. Menace is wrecking Mahedi, leaving Voltex as the last hope here for Strangers. If he gets this revive, he does. Menace is probably... Nope. But Voltex is taken out by Xenox.
Golden Boy gets up. Oh.
And Xenox is down.
And it looks like it's just now down to Starlight down there.
Yeah.
Healing himself, so we have to watch.
That's the end of the game.
We have to watch them hang out and heal up.
Look at this man.
Do a little dance, have a little fun. And there we go.
And then go down tonight. All right. Knights.
Nice one off.
Knights. This is kind of what you expect for one of the top tier 1 teams, you know. These are a different level of scrims that you're going to get into when you get into the tier 1 bracket. So Knights taking first place, 15 kills between the 4 of them. Hot diggity dang. Mezexis grabbing second with 4 kills. We got Strangers BD taking a respectable 3rd place with 6 kills. Boring Protocol in 4th with 6. Coming in 5th, we got Notorious with 1 kill from Heartless. Zero Patient going to claim 6th place with 3 kills. Team Mobile Gaming in 7th with 4. 8th place belongs to Team Supreme, and they're going to take that with 1 kill from Charles. 9th going to Lazarus with 7 kills. 10th to Aphelion with 6. Fire Gods in 11th with 9 kills between Shipper and Saucito. Not bad. We got 12th going to members of Nova with 0 kills. 19E 13th with 0. 4-Piece in 14th with 1 kill from 78G. Genocide in 15th with 0. 16th is going to belong to Excuse with 1 kill. 17th to Xerox with 1 kill from Lava Lava. Core Esports 18th, but with a big fat onion for kill. Speaking of 0 kills, Pro Era in 19th with 0. And lastly, we got the Panthers in 20th with 2. Alrighty, guys. Please do stick around. We are going to be back in about 8 to 10 minutes with round 4 of our 5-round scrim night. These are my very own RedEyes $400 Dead in September finals. Stick around, guys. We will be back soon.
Dark side, light this bitch up.
Larry fucking beats, nigga. Larry fucking beats, nigga. Larry fucking beats, nigga.
You're serious, aren't you? You're telling us you killed those 3 young men on the subway?
Hey, Ross, sauce it up.
That bad boy. I'd love to see those in scrims.
Oh, and there's someone who does have a throwable flashbang. Luring Acer right out of the pocket. And bam, he is taking him down right here. That leaves Knights down to Menace and Chico. Oh, pardon me, just Chico. Who is desperately trying to be healed up. He's got nothing but bandages. He's going to get a quick knock on Ren.
You can't see the inside the slots to see if someone's in there. So a lot of people are going to probably think, and then also when you're in there, you can see 360 a lot better than you can if you're not in there.
Sunrise with 3x and 4.
There you go.
Oh, Boring Protocol going after Pro Era. Finally, I want to get eyes on that. Yep, they are facing off. Kaisk is a little hurt, but trying to heal up as they drive away. And oh, Faneboys is taken down! And Kaisk's in the time. He's got himself a scar up, but he's going to use this opportunity to pick up a molly. And here comes Zero Patient pushing right at him. And look, Moggs with a quick knock. Oh, failed in! This one was down by Kazan. And then he's taken down. Alright, well, we got Koops, the last remaining member of the Knights, trying to drown himself in smoke as he sits in between Nova and members of Victorious. And this just goes to say the importance of smokes in gameplay. Oh! And Koops gets naded out by dogs. Wow. And Faneboys. He's up against Balone here. Uh-oh, Balone getting Faneboys down very low. Oh, and then he gets wrecked by his teammate. He's Formoso.
And Mezexis is also down in Kampong, right on top of each other. Some in the same building, I think.
Lazarus and Pro are going after each other, and that's Pew Pew being taken down. Leading everything unaffiliate up to Scorpio, and Scorpio alone with a 3x M4. He gets the knock.
You know, all these Impala, a lot of small little buildings that a team can jump into. Plus, on this side, they're all just a multi-story building, so one team can take one building and occupy more than one floor for each player and don't have that risk of getting grenaded all at once. We see on maybe Erangel where they're
all the while, Zero Patient and Aphelion do square off each other, and Lazarus comes in for a part. But here we have it, the push. 24K nades his teammate. What is going on? Oh, Chico taken down, right?
You know what? Don't count us out quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, the zone isn't too far out of their favor here either. They're 20 meters outside the zone, and currently the Knights are facing off right now with Nova, and this could be the opportunity that 4Piece needs. Oh, Koops is wrecked in the face. Tier 1s. The Knights, actually, and well, Mezexis, but Mezexis is down to one person at this point, so we got ourselves a 4v3v1.
It's certainly these teams. They tend to
Alrighty, well guys, we are back, it's round 4, and let's just go ahead and get into something here. These are not the final standings, but here are the overall scores as they stand. Knights with the lead here, 52 overall points, Nova in second with 27 points, Mezexis in third with 26. Strangers BD actually not trailing too far behind in fourth, just in front of Lazarus, and as you can see, that's how things are going to go for now. We'll just have to wait and see how these last two matches play out. And we are back in Miramar. And it's going to be an interesting flight path. Pickford, what are your thoughts?
Right now, it's... if you want to go up there into the upper right-hand corner, maybe you do that. Maybe you go there and maybe you hope that the zone goes up there and you get up there all by yourself. But if you want to do that, you got to jump north of Impala. Get on that road right there, get a vehicle, or maybe go to by Hacienda del Patron and get a vehicle on that road before there. If you want to go up there, otherwise, the south is wide open, as is the trailer park ruins, El Pozo, Crater Fields, over there. But only thing that's really going to be out of reach is that northeast corner.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think, you know, with the exception of Campo Militar, Toria Humada, I think it's going to be pretty open.
But I mean, it wouldn't be a bad play to maybe, take a guess. Maybe go up to El Azahar, see if you get up there, and then see what the zone goes. And if you do have the zone up there, and really get yourself a nice center spot and hold it tight.
All right. We got Excuse pretty close alongside members of Pro Era and T-Mobile Gaming, just in front of Supreme. Wow, lots of teams had that idea, I feel like, Pickford.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's where the zone went. So, is if you go up to, if you take that El Azhar, get a vehicle, just drive up to Tora, Amuda, or even Campo, Militar, you know, you're going to really be up there and then have some space to yourself.
And Core Esports have lost a member already. So is Pro Era. Sosa Boy has been eliminated. We got Flash here with the M16 Uzi combo. Pardon me, mini Uzi combo now. Alright, well, a little bit of space between these two. I think I'm going to go tune in for a moment to Boring Protocol versus Zero Patient. We got Fate here, overlooking Midnight and Rango from Zero Patient. Looks like they are going to get on out of there, and I don't blame them. We got quite a standoff here brewing. Oh, Valak taking down the half health as he drives on by, but I can't stay tuned into that. Not when we got this little love cluster here going on between T-Mobile Gaming, pinched between members of Pro Era and Excuse, and actually a member of Pro Era is right on Supreme. That's going to be Lolo. Pro Era Lolo looking to be in a bit of trouble here.
No, Lolo finally catches those rounds. No, gee, they got to get coming here.
Lolo is down.
Pika. Oh, and there he goes, Lolo. And you know what? Lolo's done.
Yeah.
There's nobody close to it. There they
And
go.
nades to finish the boy off. Youch.
And looks like Notorious and Lazarus both had the same idea to push north into El Azhar, and they've already bumped into each other with Styles getting knocked.
Yeah. I got to go back to, Boring Protocol here. And it's actually Boring Protocol and Fire Gods up here.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Boring Protocol might be trying to get away. Oh, Faneboy's taken down right in front of us as Shipper is knocked. He is quickly going to be thirsted. I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to revive. Pro Era is now down to a two-person team of Flash and Fishy. Flash with Deshaun right on top of him. Multiple members of the T-Mobile Gaming right on top of him. And he gets a knock on what's his name. And he gets another one. He gets Deshaun with the M16. Gonna go for some quick bursts if possible. Actually, rather than getting these thirsts, he's going to go try to close in on Hyper. Interesting choice. It's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, I mean, I'm as thirsty as they could. I might never let anybody get away because I'm barely good enough to knock somebody once, let alone twice. Listen, they're going to try to get the mobile games trying to get themselves out of there. Get away from Fishy and Flash.
Yeah, this is just the calm before the storm situation here.
Yeah, a lot of teams are running into some flares. I see 3 or 4 flares up in the sky, so people are getting looted up, and not only getting looted up against some high quality weapons, some great weapons. So it'll obviously make the match that much more exciting.
I'm gonna switch over to 19 Esports just to see what they're up to, because we do have a bit of a spread. Oh, actually, it looks to me like Strangers are gonna run into 4-piece.
Yes.
Uh-oh, 78 G's taking quite a hit, but who is it that's right up there? It's Profi. Profi with the M4 UMP combo, putting out some preemptive smoke to try to cover his vehicle, but he's going to have to deal with multiple members of Strangers BD any moment now.
Yeah, and Voltex and Biggle are rotate to that right, so they can get eyes on both 2-hit OP and SK. And it looks like the Profi is going up and trying to rotate higher than the rest of the guys on SE to get an angle on those guys from the very, very top.
And Vigil is going down for the count. He knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, he's trying to rush
right
him on the open air.
Alright, that leaves the advantage to be in 4-piece's favor here, but keep in mind, Strangers is 4th overall right now. Okay, nade's being thrown by SK here. Nade's being thrown in return, too.
SK doing damage. They're very, very effective with this round right there.
Alright, 78G going down by Volt as he tries to throw a nade. Towhid lucky to be alive, just clinging to a flicker of life there. Oh, Genocide Snowy being taken out, leaving Genocide down to Mommy, Cheeks, and Scarface as they try to escape from the fire gods. That might... They're putting the shots down to Fire Gods. They're connecting hits. Mommy is down. Cheeks and Scarface here. And here's the push from Fire Gods. They have no reason to not push at this point. The numbers are in their advantage. Scarface does get a knock on Benz, but he is naded out, and Cheeks gets wrecked. That is it for Genocide. Taken out by the Fire Gods. Switching over very quickly to Nova, winners of round 2. Oh, are they not together? Yeah, they got away from the situation pretty quick. Looks like Strangers were eliminated by 4-piece. switch over momentarily to the three-person team of Mezexis. They are up against a three-person team of Aphelion. A fair fight potentially on our hands here.
Looks like these teams are all going to have the ability to get in the zone pretty well. You know, the zone hasn't been too difficult to rotate into. A lot of them are in there, but I think it's going to be the next zone that's really going to start causing some havoc.
Alright, Core Esports and Fire Gods now potentially about to fight. Yeah, now they're gonna get away. Knight's going in. Who was that from the Knights? Oh, they're doing work on Lazarus. Lazarus and the Knights about to square off potentially. G3's gonna try to go get that revive on Telly, leaving Joey and Fears to do the Overwatch and cover fire. Guys, I want to give a sincere apology for my distraction the past few minutes. I just got some real-life priorities that just needed some attending to. My apologies about that. Time to focus back up and get back into the game. My apologies, Pickford.
And this huge push to the north, all these teams are going to have to get up into that from the south. And yeah, as we've seen, there's such a finite amount of routes up into this area, so it's about to cause some difficulties for a lot of these teams.
All right, the Knights actually just lost Xenox. Chico putting the shots down onto Pierce before being taken down by leaving it up to Menace and Coops. Coops is down. The last hope now for the Knights, as Lazarus kind of rips into him. Menace is doing the right thing by trying to get out of here, trying to get the team some placement points, if at all possible.
Get whatever points you can set. Get yourself for your team.
Alright, we got Boring Protocol, and they're holding down just this area right in front of water treatment. Menace could be in trouble there, but currently they have a little bit of space on each side. You know who doesn't have a lot of space is Aphelion and Core. Core at this stage is just Duck and Valone. Aphelion is just a three-person team, so it's not that impossible of a fight there. It's a 2v3. Duck with the high ground, but Core with the high ground, but Duck... Core with the high ground, but Aphelion with the compound cover. Sorry, guys.
I do like 4-piece trying to kind of take that counterclockwise up northern way to get into the zone that way. Very smart on their part.
Trex, thank you so much, brother. Thank you for all the donations, man. My apologies for not noticing earlier. I got a lot going on here. We got Lazarus about to face off against the Panthers, potentially. Telly has been revived. G3 could be in the one they go after. Illusion's coming up on him close and does put the fire down. G3's vehicle is smoking. Alright, Towhead and 4-Piece going and getting a knock of his own. Keep in mind, 4-Piece is a three-person team at this stage. SK has been eliminated, leaving it up to 78G, Towhead, and Profi. Oh, wait, Profi putting the shots downward. Not really getting a lot of connecting hits. Oh, but Towhead gets the finish on Hyper, it looks like. And 4-Piece comes out victorious. Look at the spread here. Almost everyone is on the southern portion. Going to be working their way into the southern portion of the zone. That's going to be a lot of fighting there, Pickford.
Yeah, yes. I mean, right now, with these teams, they're all trying to push in from the outside in. And there's no end except for that compound, the oil field, the water treatment in the south. There also exists development. There are some nooks and crannies way up in the north. There are a couple buildings. Well, other than that, there's not enough room for 51 players and 16 teams.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And when I was watching as Fire got shot down on Supreme, they got a knock on one of them, but used this opportunity to work their way into zone. You know who I've got to get eyes on now is Lazarus. They're up against some trouble right now as Telly is taken down right in front of Lazarus. Up to Fears and G3. Fears coming in, no problem, taking Gnaw down and out. But they still have some more members of Zero Patient close by. Rango, you can hear his footsteps. And now here comes the zone. And G3 going after Rango. Lazarus going to use his opportunity to work their way in. You get eyes on Telly, actually, just for a moment.
Trying to get up. What was that? All of this was trying to push up, but they're going to push right into Panthers.
Yeah. Or 19 Esports. Oh, and yep, Telly is down and out real quick. Now we got Joey running right up past Mezexis, right in between Mezexis and members of Excuse, and Joey is smoking pretty hard here. It's about to go down. Alright, Fear's getting Starlight, but with little health to speak of, he's going to have to smoke himself out, leaving it really up to Joey to do the overwatch and cover fire. Someone may be able to get a revive on G3. Let's see how far away he is from the team. Yeah, he's going to get revived. And look at this, 19 Esports with half their team down as well, leaving it up to Leon and Carnage. Sam does get revived, bringing them back to a 3-person. I like the spread that Lazarus has here. Fear's getting
Yes, I do. I also love how, look at this hard this pushes to nowhere. Teams that are in there are going to be doing great, but I mean, look at Pro Era and 4-Piece and Notorious Nova to push all the way across all that open field, up the open area to get in there.
And Leon pushing after Lazarus right now, thinking a little better of it, falls back down on the hill. But I'm going to go ahead and get a God's Eye view. Is Lazarus going to use this opportunity to bow out? Or are they going to take this fight? They do have the high ground. Yeah, they're going to fight it. G3 with a quick takedown on Sam. Lazarus Fears is down as well. He's down by Carnage. Carnage with little health to speak of, but he is still up. I'm getting eyes on excuse here. They are shooting from outside the zone. They got a member down. Love is down, but no way to... Well, this is... Yeah.
Oh, and look at 19 Esports just getting cracked down there. Not being able to get out of the blue.
Yeah, this is not looking good for anyone who's in the dead zone at this stage. Notorious taking out Profi. And that's it for 4-piece. We got Xerox facing off against Aphelion as we speak, outside the zone. But we got Andre with a nade. Oh, Goose
what
throwing
is
nades
Fishy
in return.
doing? Why is he doing that? Well, like Pro Era Flash is dead center. Fishiness is hanging on the outside for some reason. He's trying to be getting in there to support his teammate. It was dead center.
Andre L just got a nade of a lifetime on himself. Oh, Fishy is eliminated. I don't know what was going on with him, but whatever it is, he did. Lava is trying to get this revive on Andre, but where's this other member of Aphelion? Oh, right here, right on him. He's coming around the side with no health to speak of. Oh, Scorpio is taken down by Lava, and here's the zone that's going to do the worst amount of damage to all of them yet. There's one thing that you told me the other day. I'm going to hang on to it and borrow it. No one's got a higher KD than the dead zone.
That is right, and we see so many teams. Like right now, Xerox is destroyed by the blue. I mean, it's not even close. Along with Fire Gods, and now Pro Era. Nova gives us a great position up in the north there. It's really, if they can have Mezexis and Fire Gods focus on each other, if Nova can get memory picked back up, they can put themselves in a great position to be successful for the end of this match.
Well, regardless, Nova, the fact that they're even placing in the top 3 is going to do wonders for them because they've already got, as we said, that one. Well, Saucedo gets memory, leaving Nova down to just Y1. He's going to desperately try to get this revive off before the push. However, it's lucky for him that Fire Gods are focusing in on Mezexis. Oh, that nade on Solitude takes him down to below half health. He was almost wrecked right then and there. And here comes the zone shift.
Why wouldn't get over to Solitude and take him out on that angle? He is, yes, to finish him off.
Oh, Solitude.
And now here they go. Oh, they're going to try it. Now it's 3v2. Nova.
Oh! Y1 heals up just in time to take the brunt load of that nade. But not be knocked, thank goodness. However, just as I said that. Just as I said that. He got wrecked. Leaving everything up to memory. I didn't see who got that. Up. Well, Fire Gods.
They were able to get the victory. So good job, Fire Gods. That's the thing that's big. Fire Gods could have easily kind of withered under the pressure of Nova, but they were able to stay calm, collected, and get that victory. Good for them.
Yeah, for sure. Give me 1 second. I got that glitch going on. That did not fix it. Alright, well, shoot. Why is it not muted?
Are you able to take screenshots?
Yeah, I gotta take screenshots, but I also need this muted. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm sorry about the sound. I don't know why it's not muting. I muted the source, but it didn't. So Fire Gods, first place, 13 kills. Nova, second place, 5 kills. Mezexis, third place, 6 kills. Pro Era, fourth, 3. Xerox, fifth, 1 kill. 1986, 7 kills. 9 kills for 1980. What am I saying? That's basic math. And Core in 7th with 1. We're going to be back pretty shortly, but I'm going to get some quick screenshots here. I'm not going to go through everyone because this is just annoying me. Alright. Anyways, guys, we're going to be back 8 to 10 minutes with our 5th and our final round of the night. These are my very own RedEyes $400 Dead in September finals. Stick around. We will be back soon.
Yes, serious damage. Yes. You know what? Let's get. Don't count ourselves quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, the zone isn't too far out of their favor here either. They're 20 meters outside the zone, and currently the Knights are facing off right now with Nova, and this could be the opportunity that 4-piece needs. Oh, Coop is wrecked in the face. He's in a bit of trouble here.
No, Lolo finally catches those rounds. You know, it's either you can come in here.
Lolo is
he got. Oh, and there he goes, Lolo. And you know what? Lolo's done.
Time. He's got himself as far up. He's going to use something to pick up the volley. And here comes Zero Patient pushing right at him. And look, Moggs with a quick knock. Oh, railed in! This reward down by Kazan. And then he's taken down. Little path right here. Alright, Cyber still dealing with him. Just holding position. Actually having at it. That nade. Oh, he gets thrown in the head with that shit.
Battle tank, as I like to call it. And I'm rotating in with that bad boy. I love to see those in scrims.
Oh, and there's someone who does have a throwable flashbang. Luring Acer right out of the closet. And bam, he is taking down right after Lazarus right now. Thinking a little better of it, he falls back down on the hill. I'm going to go ahead and get a God's Eye view. Is Lazarus going to use this opportunity to bow out? Or are they going to take this fight? They do have the high ground. Yeah, they're going to fight it. G3 with a quick takedown.
Already bumped into each other with Styles getting knocked.
I gotta go back to, Boring Protocol here. And it's actually Boring Protocol and Fire Gods up here. It looks like Boring Protocol might be trying to get away. Oh, Faneboy's taken down right in front of us as Shipper is knocked. That leaves Knights down to Menace and Chico. Oh, pardon me, just Chico. Who is desperately trying to be healed up. He's got nothing but bandages. He's gonna get a quick knock on Rin. And that is a match.
All these Impala, a lot of small little buildings that a team can jump into. Plus, on this side, there are also the multi-story buildings. So one team can take one building and occupy more than one floor for each player and don't have that risk of getting grenaded all at once. We see on maybe Erangel where they're all one.
Has high ground for the 4-piece. Memory taking a little bit of a hit there. Not anything too serious. Oh, he gets Xenox. Coops is on fire. Alright. So we got Sosa Boy, the last Hopi of the Pro Era, taking some serious shots, brought down to like 2%.
And there they go.
See where he's going to be able to revive. Pro Era is now down to a 2-person team of Flash and Fishy. Flash with Deshaun right on top of him, multiple members of T-Mobile Gaming right on top of him, and he gets a knock on what's his name. And he gets another one. He gets Deshaun with the M16. Trying to get him down. He's got him fairly low. I just got the cover, and he gets Sam. He he's taking out 2 tier 1 players. And he turns Sam. Acer's hurt. Leads it all up to Acer and Leon. 19 esports, one of the forefront starter teams. What just happened to Acer? Alright, we have a standoff here between 2 of our tier 1s. The Knights. Actually, and well, Mezexis, but Mezexis is down to 1 person at this point. So we got ourselves a 4v3v1.
It started like these teams like when they try to like camp out in the blue, they don't even get.
Got a knock on one of them, but use this opportunity to work their way into zone. You know who I've got to get eyes on now is Lazarus. They're up against some trouble right now as Telly is taken down right in front of Lazarus. Up to Beers in G3. Beers coming in, no problem, taking Null down and out. Just consider this your warm-up match, and I am very sorry about that. We had some people sneak into the spectator slots apparently. Game 1 and 2 will not, or game 1 will not count. It'll be game 2 through 5. Oh, Pew Pew from Aphelion just wrecked out of his vehicle. Yeah, this is interesting. Well, it certainly is discouraging to a lot of these teams that they put in all this work and improving that. But it's part of the game sometimes. Lolo from Pro Era with a... Mommy is down. Cheeks and Scarface here. And here's the push from Fire Gods. They have no reason to not push at this point. The numbers are in their advantage. Scarface does get a knock on Benz. But he is naded out and Cheeks gets wrecked. Here comes Fame Boys. He's up against Balone here. Getting Fame Boys down very low. Oh, and then he gets wrecked by his teammate.
Double scrims.
And we got Zero Patient facing off as we speak here against Xerox. They are going at it here. Midnight biding his time. He's got himself a scar up, but he's going to use something to pick up Molly. And here comes Zero Patient pushing right at him. And look, Mog.
Yes, serious damage. As G3 does get Lolo.
Yep. This leaves Lazarus with an advantage. Are they going to push on this? Kelly's looking around to Fishy, but not before Fishy's taken out by G3. Tier 1s, the Knights, actually, and well, Mezexis, but Mezexis is down to 1 person at this point. So we got ourselves a 4v3v1.
It started like these teams like when they try to like camp out in the blue, they don't even get close. They stay way far away.
Coops with a monster nade before being taken down by Lazarus. He did. Lava is trying to get this revive on Andre, but where? There's this other member of the Aphelion. Oh, right here, right on him. He's coming around the side. No help for Pico. No, it's Scorpius for Moso.
And Core Mezexis also down in Kampong, right on top of each other. So in the same building, I think.
Lazarus and Pro are going after each other, and that's Pew Pew being taken down. Meaning everything on Aphelion up to Scorpio and Scorpio alone with a 3x M4. He gets the knock. He's taken down by Lava. And here's the zone to that's going to do the worst amount of damage to all of them yet. There's one thing that you told me the other day. I'm going to hang on to it and borrow it. No one's got a higher KD than the dead zone.
That is right. And we see so many teams, like right now.
Wrecking Mahedi. Leaving Voltex as the last hope here for Strangers. If he gets this revive, he does. Menace is probably... Nope. But Voltex is taken out by Xenox. Oh, and there's someone who does have a throwable flashbang, luring Acer right out of the closet, and bam, he is taken down right then and there. Carnage as the last remaining hope for 19 esports. 19 really tough goal of it. Thanks for the follow, Haas. Much appreciated.
And this is what go see. This is we see the nice premier American team what do? They get looted up and they start.
Alright, well, we got Coops, the last remaining member of the Knights, trying to drown himself in smoke as he sits in between Nova and members of Notorious. And this just goes to say the importance of smokes in gameplay. Oh! And Coops gets naded out by dogs. Wow.
Teams.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, I was watching this. Fire got shot down on Supreme. They got a knock on one of them, but used this opportunity to work their way into zone. You know who I've got to get eyes on now is Lazarus. They're up against some trouble right now as Telly is taken down right in front. Vigil is going down for the count. You knew that was going to happen.
You can't see when you're in the game, especially third party. It's very hard to see inside the slots to see if someone's in there. So a lot of people are going to probably think. And then also when you're in there, you can see 360 a lot better than you can if you're not in there.
Sunrise 3x24.
There you go.
Oh, Boring Protocol going after Pro Era. Finally, I want to get eyes on that. Yep. They are facing off. Keist is a little hurt, but trying to heal up as they drive away. And Fame Boys is taken down! And Keist
has to finish him off.
Oh, Solitude.
And now here they go. All they're going to try now it's 3v2. Nova.
Oh! Y1 heals up just in time to take the front load of that nade. But not be knocked, thank goodness. However, just as I said that, he's got a nade with his name on it. But he's throwing it a little too far into the smoke. And Fate has a better idea of where Xenox is. But there we go. Not money, just some damage. Bam! Bam! Work their way in. You get eyes on Telly, actually, just for a moment.
Trying to get up. What was that? All the guys from Brothers trying to push up, but you're going to push right into Panthers.
Yeah. Or 19 Esports. Oh, and yet Telly is down and out real quick. As the Panthers here. If they're not facing off, they're very likely going to shortly. They're just across the road from one another. The Panthers occupying Watertown, and Supreme just occupying that little compound next to it. And Cyber is just wrecked in the face by Mosa. Give me a moment, guys. Oh, Chico's wrecked! Leading it up to Menace and Coops. Coops is down. Leon cooking up some nades of his own here. Oh, just got wrecked.
That's a decision. They've chosen to be out there this long.
Nova doing some work as well. Actually, Nova getting worked on, potentially, by members of Fire Gods. And Sheepin taken down right then and there.
When they tend to camp out in the blue, they don't even get close. They stay way far away.
Coops with a monster nade before being taken down by the heavy. Everything up to Xenox, Menace, and Chico. So we got ourselves a 3v2 on our hands. Alrighty guys, we are back with our fifth and our final round of the night of my very own RedEyes $400 Dead in September tournament finals. And we are going to be ending the night the same way that we began, which is with Aaron Gale. But first, let's go over the standings as they are. So, currently, we got the Knights leading the board with 52 kills. Nova very close behind with 52 points. Nova close behind with 44 points. Mezexis just trailing very slightly behind with 42. Fire Gods in 4th with 40. Lazarus in 5th with 30. Etc., etc. But it's still up in the air, you guys. This could go to several teams here. So we'll have to see how this last round plays out first. It all is going to depend on what kind of flight path we're working with, and here you see it. Not really great, not really terrible.
Zone. I'm not really appreciative of it.
Yeah.
Or this play path.
It's just one of those it is what it is situations.
Yep.
Guys, I do want to, again, apologize for a little bit. Oh, congratulations to Santa RM for winning the treasure chest. I do apologize if I've been a little bit out of it today. Again, you know, real life priorities are a factor here. And you guys know me. You know how I usually am. I love doing these scrims. I love casting. I love being a part of them. Sometimes my head's just in other places. Alright, we've got Pro Era not far off from Xerox at all at the North George area. I think I'm going to tune into that to start things off with. Alright, Fishy just posted up. I don't know what happened to his health, but he's just posted. Well, Fishy is taken out the second I tune away from him. By Xerox El Zuru. And Supreme going after Zero Patient. Let's get eyes on that then. Oh, never mind. Zero Patient only had one member of Supreme out there. He had kind of faced the consequences for straying off. And it looks like Aphelion backed out of the last match, so they are unfortunately banned from Dead in October. This is that calm before the storm situation here, Pin.
Exactly. Especially with this zone being so center circle. That, though, with all those teams, though, in that Georgia Pool area, in that South Georgia Pool, it could be a bad with that that rotation could be difficult. But I do think that with the amount of although boring, Pro Era and Xerox all being so close could be an issue, especially also with 19 and 4-piece also very close in South George. Those could crack off pretty easily.
Yeah, this standoff here between 19E and 4-piece is what I have my eyes on. Sorry about this saying Miramar, guys. I know this is not Miramar. This is Erangel. Let me go ahead and fix that. And I know exactly how to fix that. Whoop. Round 5. How's that? Alright. Sam, putting shots over towards 4-piece, not really finding any connecting hits. Boring Protocol is working their way in, at least Fame Boys is. Closer and closer towards members of Pro Era. I don't know which one's going to pop off first. 19E and 4-piece or Boring Protocol and Pro Era?
Well, it looks like Fameboy is kind of pushing into Pro Era. I mean, that's something he doesn't really have to do. He's got to kind of know that they're there. If he pushed back with the rest of his team, they probably could rotate easily. Same thing with Pro Era, and Xerox. They're far enough away that they can rotate without damaging each other. Now, it looks like it's already decided because 4-piece and 19 are already getting into it.
All right. We got Sam perched up on the rooftop with that UMP. We're seeing the UMP time and time again for our close quarter combat fights.
Mm-hmm.
Proving that it is the new meta. It's always been the meta for me, though.
Mm-hmm. You are right.
I've always been obsessed with the UMP. I'm the idiot that upgraded 2 UMPs.
You upgraded to it.
No,
I'm still one
upgraded
season
2
back, though,
UMPs.
so I'll get there eventually.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I got the upgradable skins on 2 of them, and I invested in them both. Makes no sense. Oh, looks like T-Mobile Gaming and Excuse are about to face off too. They're driving. It's kind of up in the air. Both teams are kind of waiting this out. Trying to wait for the other team to make a push, put themselves out in a vulnerable position, and it looks like SK might have just done that. But it's quickly being revived by Profi, and it doesn't look like 19E is going to use this opportunity to close in on him. Oh yeah, well we got someone from 19E is rotating around. Leon and Acer, or Carnage and Acer are about to be moving along. Oh, Leon taking a ton of shots, but able to get 78G knocked through the window. That was impressive. Heartless from Notorious going after Strangers and Vigil. Looks like Sam got a shot off from the distance doing the Overwatch here for his team. Getting another member from 4-piece, leaving 4-piece down to just a 2-person team of SK and Profi. And look who's showing up to the party. It's Boring Protocol pushing up.
And now they're getting into it. They see, I think now they can kind of get into that. But I feel bad for 4-piece because they're kind of stuck. They're the jam, this jam sandwich. Because I mean, they got bad guys on both sides. It'll be very, very difficult for those guys to be able to engage one without getting destroyed by the other. Especially when they only have 2 members left.
Still the standoff with T-Mobile Gaming and Excuse is going on as well. Yep, and that's Rosh from Excuse getting the first knock for his team before going down himself, leaving it up to Matt and Draco. Matt throwing some cover down, but taking a bunch of shots in the process, brought down to about half health. And in the distance, 19 Esports Leon making his move, securing his 2nd kill. Acer getting Profi. Carnage taking quite a hit, brought down to about 6 or 7 of his health. Looks like Rosh was thirsted by Deshaun in the distance. Oh, Carnage getting hit. Trying to get eyes on any of that. Well, that leaves 4-piece down to just SK, and he is really sandwiched here in between Boring Protocol and 19 Esports. He's got himself the M4 AK combo, but that can only take you so far when you're...
Exactly.
Matt going after Team Mobile Gaming. What's his name? And that would be good for Excuse because they are down to just half the original team with 0 kills on the board. Oh, what just happened? Looks like nice.
SK just being able to stay alive in this while they've got with all this damage bottom, keeping his head bottom. That's very good. That's some high quality gameplay on his point. He can very easily kind of freak out, over peak or whatever, get himself knocked, but he's trying to stay alive. Maybe these teams will rotate without him, and he'll be able to get out of there alive.
Enoch's getting the gun with the molly, doing some extra damage with the scar, and then the molly was enough to finish him off and get the thirst for Xenox's second kill and the team's second kill. And the Knights just come in and decimate. Alright, this standoff is still going on between these teams. These three teams. 4-piece, 19 Esports, and Boring Protocol. Oh, looks like the Knights are actually being pushed on by Excuse, potentially. Which would be just terribly not smart of Excuse to push on a full squad with only 2 members. Let alone have it be the Knights. Alright, so Boring Protocol acting as a 2-person team at this stage, down to Keists and Fameboys. And if you'll notice, they're a little spread out. Keist gets Carnage.
Oh, and finally SK is taken out. Great job by him, though. I have a lot of credit for him to be able to stay alive that long.
Wow, Keist must have had a great knock on there on Carnage. It couldn't have been an easy shot at all. Fameboys as someone right next to him, too. That someone is reviving Carnage. It's Leon. Elsewhere, we got something happening here between Nova Memory. He's getting away from Mezexis, it looks like. We got Genocide still hanging in there, occupying Watertown. They haven't had any confrontation this entire time. And they got a little bit of space still. Knights doing what they can to go occupy center zone. They're going to have to watch out for Zero Patient, who's already there. And 19 Esports Sam going in yet again. This time with a knock on Boring Protocol. And you can count on his teammate Acer going in for the finish on Keists. That leaves Boring Protocol down to Fameboys and Fameboys alone, and he is just taking bets on damage. Alright, well it looks like Xerox is going to work their way away from Core, working their way southbound. And if they continue down south, they'll have nothing but space to themselves. It looks like Nova has that same plan. Oh, but Xerox Moggs is being shot at, I'm guessing by a Fire Gods? And it looks like they got...
And with this being, this is like, you know, pretty much that standard zone we've seen so many times. Looks like these teams all know this area. They're going to be able to really post up in the areas they like best. Plenty of room, plenty of buildings. Rossock, School, Pachinki, Farm. I mean, you can pretty much go wherever you want and be relatively safe at this point. But it looks like, that looks like the battles are still popping off, though.
Yeah, Xerox and
Xerox
Fire
and,
Gods. Shipper was just knocked and quickly thirsted there by Moggs, leaving it all up to Benz, Nun GQ, who just got a nade on Lava Lava. And also Sasito is up as well. Uh-oh, Cute's being shot at and taken down right then and there, leaving all up to Sasito and Benz. And it looks like Sasito can go for it, does get the knock before being taken down himself. Benz is the last hope here for the Fire Gods. And keep in mind, Fire Gods actually really needed to do well this round. They're currently placed 4th overall. And unfortunately, though, it's only first place who gets paid, so... Well, looks like 19 Esports Sam is not done yet. He is still continuing to put the heat down, this time onto members of Team Supreme. And Moggs does get the finish on Cute. Dominating. They got 9 kills. They wiped there. We get eyes on Lazarus.
This is like it's the type of match where you just see that the quality of 19 Esports really just kind of shining, coming in, rolling into multiple squad battles, and just being so successful.
And in a matter of seconds, before I could even switch over, Core just annihilates Genocide. Looks like they got Scarface with a vehicle explosion or some sort of explosion. And they all went out so fast, I'm curious if they all got taken out by explosion. Alright. That leaves us down to not that many teams. We got 41 people alive. Look notorious, taking another hit. This time Styles is knocked, leaving Dogs as the last remaining member up, and he is not that likely going to be able to get that revive. He's a little too far away from his teammate, and he's got multiple members of the Knights close by. Yeah, guys, I hear a lot of people debating. We put up a vote about as to whether we should repeat round 1 or not. We had a lot of votes for yes, but a lot of votes for no as well. And the way I see it, it's getting awfully late, and a lot of people have work, and so it's not fair to ask them or require them to do that. When you have that many people vote no, it's not exactly, you need more than 50% of people for it to be a yes. You need almost unanimous, because you're asking teams to a lot out of them. And so we're just going to keep it as is, with round 1 not counting. I'm going to get eyes on the Knights. With 5 kills between Xenox and Coop, they're being approached very quickly by Zero Patient. And Coop's getting Midnight. Xenox getting on Null. Coop's going after Kuzan. Getting the knock as well. And Menace getting the Thirst. Looks like Chica took quite a heavy hit there.
It looks like, both excuse players, Matt and Drago, they kind of take their time up there. They kind of rotate down when they feel that maybe ran the blue in. So they're. But if they go into that Pochinki area, it doesn't matter how long they wait. They're going to run right into the nightstand core. So,
I mean, Mezexis is currently being pushed on by the Panthers. They have a call eliminated. Oh, but 24K going after Fred. Alright, Solitude gets plugged. Wait, did... Something just happened with the Knights. I think Chico might have just hurt himself. I could have misread that, but... Oh, Solitude taking a serious nade damage there. Brought down to below half health. Coming around the corner, getting eyes, and I think Mezexis comes out on top. Switching back to the Knights. Look at this. Coops at this point has 5 kills. Xenox with 3. And they've got a ways to go.
Oh, and look at this! Look at this huge push though out of those. It went from with them having a lot of space in Pachinki and in all the compound stuff. Now going into a straight open field area with you know, although it's only 31 people alive, still 12 teams. So except for what is it? 19 still has all their players. Knights do too, but other teams are down. Core does. Everyone else is down to 2 or 3 players.
Yeah. And Carnage is down, leaving it up to Acer, Sam, and Leon. Oh, looks like Sosa Boy, the last remaining member for Pro Era, has someone from Nova right on top of him, and he is throwing nades at him. Oh, 2 members, Y1 and Shifen, right on top of him. He puts some smoke cover down and throws some nades, but nades are being thrown in return. He is the last hope here, desperate for some placement points. And he's being shot through the smoke. Just some lucky shots hitting him, but he's obviously going to get pushed on pretty hard. As I say that, it looks like Nova falls away. They fell away from a solo when they had that many people. That's very surprising. Knights still going at it here. Enoch takes out Notorious Styles. And that's it. The Knights come out on top of that. We hear the shots from 19E and Court going off right now. Oh, just like that. Leon's down. Sam barely got that first aid off in time. Acer driving as quick as he can to join the battle. Sam gets stuck. Acer with a nice... Oh, Acer runs over Gut and then comes out for a drop shot. It's all on Acer at this point, and a nade to finish him from the Fire Gods.
Wow. Wow. And I love how Nova is rotating in, not only getting into that southwest corner, but looks like they're turning around and keeping eyes out on Fire Gods and Borg and stuff, so to kind of gatekeep them while they're trying to push into this circle.
Alright, Draco taking down Boots. And look, his teammate pushing up right away. Look at that beautiful shot there. Nice drop shot. And a very aggressive push. So we got Fire Gods hanging in there here with 6 kills to their name. Lazarus driving right on by. Oh, they're Lazarus running over bins and killing them. Shipper's out too. Cute just runs over Memory. Everyone's getting run over here.
I know Lazarus are trying to push in, but they got to go right into Nova, which could obviously do damage to him. Ken Fierce and Joey. Oh no.
D3 and Fierce taking out Joey's the last.
That blue is just doing as much damage as the players are.
And that's a finish on Knights. Guys, that leaves us in a 2v2 here. A fair fight. Fire Gods versus Mezexis.
gotta get Solitude off. Oh, they tried to put rounds on him though.
Starlight is not going to go for the revive.
I think Starlight really needs to focus on getting Solitude up. I think that's very important for him to be successful here. Oh, and he can't.
The nade from Cute, but that actually, if Starlight was going for it, he would have been eliminated as well.
He almost gets to
see it with Cute as eyes.
Oh, this is... Oh!
Starlight clinging to a thread of life here. And that's a finish.
There we go.
Well, Fire Gods.
That was a great last match.
Yeah, it was. A little slow there in the mid-game, but nice action.
The ending really picked up at the end.
We got Fire Gods taking first place with 12 kills between 3 players. Very nicely done. Mezexis grabbing second with 6 kills. Lazarus in third with 5. Fourth belongs to the Knights with 11 kills. 10 of those are between Coops and Xenox. We got Boring Protocol in fifth with 0. Coming in 6th is Nova with 3. Excuse taking 7th with 0. 19 Esports placing 8th this go around, but in terms of kills, 14. Really nicely done. Core Esports in 9th with 7 kills. Pro Era grabbing 10th, but with a big fat onion for kills. Notorious in 11th with 4. 3 of those kills came from Heartless. 12th belongs to Zero Patient with 1 kill, and that's from Cnall. The Panthers in 13th with 2 kills, 1 from Mosa, 1 from Illusion. Genocide in 14th with 0. Team Supreme in 15th with 0. 16th is going to belong to Xerox with 2 kills, 1 from Moggs, 1 from Zuru. 17th goes to 4-Piece with 0. Team Mobile Gaming in 18th with 2. And lastly, we got Strangers BD grabbing 19th with 0. And that is very unfortunate for Strangers BD. They were previously 6th place overall, but not too far, behind in points. But that is going to do them in for sure. But anyways, that is that, guys. I just want to say, thank you so much to those of you guys who tuned in. It means the absolute world to me. I know it means a lot to my staff and to Pickford as well. I do want to give a sincere apology again to the participants, to the viewers, for what happened in round 1. That stuff like that should never go unnoticed, and that rides on me entirely. So I want to extend a sincere apology, and as I said, I will compensate the team that won. I'll give them a small prize for that. And the remainder of the tournament, with the $350 first place prize, is going to go based on the last 4 matches of the night. And that's how we'll decide the scoring. But anyways, with that being said, registration for Dead in October will be opening relatively shortly. You can expect it to be open around October 1st to October 2nd, around there. And I would highly recommend getting an early registration in there. I'm expecting it to, if the trend is that it's been growing pretty quickly. I believe this month we filled up to 100 teams in less than... Augie, go on. His head stuck on the cord. Knocked it off. But anyways, let me make sure mic is working. Okay. Anyways, guys, I will be back again with Pickford on Monday and Tuesday, casting the last week of the Trovo Invitationals. So you can see us back then.
And I would say one last thing is, watch those scrims. You're going to see all the teams. All the teams are top American teams. You're going to see, I've learned a lot this past week streaming them. Just how they play, how they interact with each other, and you'll see how that interacts versus maybe some of the scrims that we're all in. I really suggest you invest the time to watch those Trovo Invitational matches because it's really some high level PUBG Mobile.
Well, before we get out of y'all's hair, we have the final standings. The live
Oh,
scoring
yes.
is in. And here it is. Congratulations to the Knights. They secured first place
Congratulations.
with 70 points. But look how close it was to second place. Fire Gods in second with 67 overall points. That is going to be a huge thing because they put up a great performance and had more kills one more kill than the Knights. But in terms of overall standing, they were 3 points behind. Which goes to show that placement really is super duper important. Third place is going to go to Mezexis with 22 kills, 60 points overall. Fourth to Nova Esports with 19 kills. Fifth to Lazarus with 27 kills, but only 45 overall points. Sixth going to 19 Esports with 24 kills, but only 29 overall points. Boring Protocol in 7th. 8th to Strangers BD. 9th to Notorious. 10th to 4-Piece. 11th to Excuse. 12th to Team Mobile Gaming. 13th to Pro Era. 14th to Core. 15th to Xerox, 16th to Zero Patient, 17th to Aphelion, 18th to the Panthers, 19th to Supreme, and lastly, we got Genocide in last place, 20th. But
some high quality teams, man, from top to bottom.
Yeah, and guys, again, my sincere apologies for being a little bit distracted tonight. As I said, sometimes real life happens, and this is just, you got to keep your priorities right. But anyways,
I'll tell you what. Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of this too.
Oh,
I always
thank you
enjoy
so
it.
much
You
for being
always
a part
put
of
on
it.
the top notch, man.
Well, I appreciate you, man, and I hope that you'll come back for Dead in October.
Yeah, I get. I've talked to you a bunch of times. My job is my job. Obviously, I work at a 9 to 5er, and I working some early mornings, so I wasn't able to do it. But I think my schedule's changed, so you might be hearing my John Madden-esque voice, bam, a little bit more on these RedEyes scrims coming up next month.
Well, I would love that for that to be the case. Guys, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, so with that being said, I hope you all have a great night. Have fun, be safe, and be kind to one another. Have a good one. Thank you so much, Pig. Give me a minute. I'm going to have to wait for the feed to catch up so I can raid, but you can talk in just a minute.